Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Rush Racing League. This is Division 6, round number 16 at the Japanese circuit of Suzuka. Konnichiwa. And, we have some surprises on show tonight. We have the man that has been off on holiday. He is back on the grid, and we've also got a few reserves in play as well. But I am joined by my man in the comms box. It's Dito.
Hello, SJ. Hello, everyone.
How you going, mate?
How are you, mate?
I'm
good, mate. How are you? Yeah, looking forward to this one, mate. It's looking a little bit overcast tonight. We're going to see some rain, which could be interesting. I don't think we've seen any rain in the last few races yet, which is interesting for here. I mean, every race I've done here in the past has been rain, but could spice things up a bit.
Yes, it is 100% true. We haven't seen any rain, actually. So, we'll definitely spice things up. But, no, let's see who we've got on the grid tonight. So, going into a full quali, we're back with full quali. We've had a very, very good week of the sprint weekend last week at Brazil. And then this week it's round 16 at Suzuka. And then next week, even better, these guys are going to set a 100% enduro race around the lovely my home track, actually, of Silverstone. So, very exciting. But for tonight, we've got Drusilla in the Mercedes reserving for them. We've got Madpoo reserving for Ferrari. Lord Blitz reserving for Alpine. Iraq Lobster, big shoes for Phil tonight. He is very, very close at the top there with that three-way battle for the championship. So, no mistakes from him tonight. He has made a few mistakes in the last few weeks, so we'll have to wait and see what happens here this week. We've got David, who's had a bit of a go in Division 5, and also he has his own division tonight, but he's been very consistent the last few weeks, getting 3 podiums in 3 weeks. So one to watch out for, actually, at the moment, David. He's on very, very good form. Milano in the Visa Cash app. We'll have to wait and see what he can do. Hopefully his connection does stay with us and keeps with us till the end of the night. We've then got Fish Lips in the McLaren, who had a go last night, was my teammate. He ended up surviving. I ended up DNFing. So he's already had a go at this. Unfortunately, did get caught in a little bit of an incident at the end. Looked like he was up for a good position there in P6. So it looks like he's got the pace here. So this will be an interesting one for him tonight. Then we've got Thunder Killer as well. Thank you very much. Yesterday he jumped on and did the comms as well. So we do have a new commentator in Thunder Killer. So appreciate that, mate. He is on the track tonight for reserving for Mercedes. So we'll have to wait and see how they go in place of the Edgemeister, who is unfortunately not with us and is in holiday in Vietnam. Hope you're having a great time, mate. Filthy Orange in the kick. C folds. Hopefully his connection doesn't teleport from left to right or even to space for that matter. We'll have to wait and see how he goes tonight. Then we've got Coops on Sticks in the Alpine. We've then got Idleborg in the Aston, Faded Menace in the Williams, Woofer in the Ferrari, Thunderbolts in the McLaren. The man is back. Batman, I call that because of his voice is so deep, is back. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Massive opportunity tonight with no edge and also a rack on the grid as well. So, yeah, big opportunity for him. Paul and Hell in the Red Bull. China in the kick, who's been on great form lately. He's got a point to prove, so we'll have to see how he goes. Same with this man as well. Sick Party has been in great form, reserving up to Division 5. Doing pretty well, doing very well actually, very surprising in that division. So he's definitely going to be one to watch out for. And J-Man, he needs a perfect result here. Not going to plan as he does do a 129.736. Not a bad grid tonight though, Dino.
No, it's not, mate. It's never a bad grid in Div 6. A lot of reserves though. A lot of names to watch. Obviously, Merc running a double reserve lineup tonight, so they'll be interested to see what they can do. Lord Blitz, another name, unless that's just a name change. But yeah, interesting grid, mate. A few guys coming out now on the medium tire to do their first run, which is interesting. It's always an interesting strategy. But the pace is going to be interesting. You got J-Man a fair bit ahead of Drew at this point. I mean, I don't know if Drew's just had a mistake there, but it's quite a margin back as Faded goes fastest with a 29.5. A few interesting times here. I mean, just seeing the Tides, there's a big difference again to his teammate Sick across the line at 29.0 here. I'm just trying to see what the general pace is. It looks like it's around that 29.30 mark.
Yeah, does at the moment. 29 flat, 29.5. Both Williams up there, P1 and P2. Has P3 and P5. We do have a quali band. A few things going on tonight. We'll just let you know what's going on because people are probably going to ask me who has a quali band and who doesn't. So let's have a look. So tonight we've got Milano to serve 5, Champ to serve 5, Butterfly, FNX to serve 5. Fish Lips is the only one with a quali band, unfortunately, tonight. So there you go. So a few penalties in race and then one qualifying ban tonight as well, which is it is massive, but it's not the be and end all because we have seen things change very, very quickly from start to finish with a quali ban at Japan, Dido.
Yeah, definitely. It is no, like he said in the briefing, it's not the best track to actually pass on it. You get sort of stuck in a bit of a DRS trend. I mean, I raced in Div 2 on Sunday, and that was just terrible. I just couldn't get past, and then you make one mistake and you lose that DRS. It's game over. So, it'll be interesting to see how the boys go tonight. Setups everything, qualities everything.
Yeah.
In saying that though, but a few quality bands, Fish that's unfortunately already obviously retired, so he's got a bit of work out. But drama in that turn 1, lap 1 could be interesting, and then that could be his chance to capitalise.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here to capitalise at the end, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. We've got Paul and Hal on an outlap, which we will jump on board with. I'll jump on board for a flyer, but first of all, big up to Two Door Gaming. Thank you very much, mate, for the resubscription of 6 months. Really appreciate it. Love the support and dedication. Guys, remember, if you want to get amongst it, want to join, follow, get on the socials, want to subscribe, then feel free to press that blue button and get amongst it. But we are here at round 16, Division 6 of Japan, on board. Paul and Hell for a flying lap. Coming down the main straight now. His teammate so far is in the top team. So what is Paul and Hell going to do coming into the first corner? This will be a corner that people probably either dread or will enjoy. It is where it can make or break your race. Then coming into the curbs here, doesn't get onto the curbs, very, very wise there. These curbs do absolutely not like you at all, and will spin your car round in a heartbeat. Coming around the nice little loop all the way over to the left, getting on a little bit of the curb there, getting a really good acceleration into gear 6, then into gear 7. Does he lift? No, he doesn't. Gets into gear 7, drops through the Dunlop section, through all the way through, now to the hairpin. You'll see probably a few overtakes happen here. You can make an overtake. Someone going tight, someone going wide, gets a good exit coming out on the wide end there, getting onto the curb. Good amount of ERS to burn through up to Spoon on that final straight into sector 3 as he is coming up to Spoon. Now dropping onto the 50. Does he ride the curb? No, not too far wide. Coming into Spoon all the way round. This is looking very smooth from Paulie, I've got to say. Now burn everything going up to the Casio triangle. As you can see, 50, 40. Still going to burn. No, he doesn't. Coming up for 130R. Lovely. They're getting as much speed as he can. Dropping onto the brakes through the Casio triangle. Not to overcook it. Very easy to invalidate through Casio triangle. Coming around the last couple of corners. Now to the grid straight. And he does a 130.405. Good lap there from Paulie, Dino.
Yeah, it was. He ran a little bit of wide through that first sector, but they had a little bit of battery to burn over the line, so there's still a lot of time in that for Paulie, so we could see him sort of up in the top 5 for qualifying, but he should be safe with that. In saying that, though, we've got a lot of quick guys yet to do times. China, Thunderballs, Filthy Orange, Thunder Killer, all, and Lobster. There's a lot of names yet to do times, so I would not feel safe if you were sort of not in that 29 mark at this point.
Yeah, no, I would say a little bit scary at the moment to see what's going to happen here. But it looks like, what do you think the time's going to be to go through? That's going to be the question. It looks like that 30. I think if you need 30s, that could be probably the best bet at the moment.
It has to be in the 30s. Yeah, I mean, in saying that though, we don't know what the guys here are going to do, but I think 30 would be a safe bet. 31 might be a little bit down the back end at this stage, but the Lobster, who has been quick this season, is currently on a lap, but he's just gone fast. That middle sector also got a massive toe of Red Bull in front, which is going to help him. Could be a big lap from him.
Needs it.
To cross the line now. Does need it, but we'll see what it can do here. He will go P4 at 29.7, so that's at 29. He'll be happy with that, and I think he'll be safe. So you can see how quickly these guys are falling down now. David now, that was currently P10, he was now back down to P13. So Drew also falling down, and Lord Blitz. So these guys all will have to go back out again, in my opinion.
I think David's improving though. If I got that
Oh,
right.
David's on a lap, yeah.
Or is he on a lap? I don't know if he's improving or not. I'm looking at sector 2, going to 130R at the moment. I don't know if he is. No, he's not. No, he's 5.5 tenths. I think he's.
Oh, no, he's not. Yeah, he was in the first sector. Yeah, he's backed off. He might go again. It's a good decision from David. He dives. No,
he's going into the pits.
No, he's going back around.
No, so he's going to go back on a lap. Well, we've got Filthy Orange coming up to 130R. His teammate at the moment in that P2 position. Great couple of weeks China's having in that kick. Really enjoying himself and really putting in some fantastic results. And so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. So here we go. Coming round in the last final corners of Filthy Orange. What's it going to be? Oh! Gets a bit of a tank slap. Could lose a little bit of time there. He does, but he puts himself up to P7. He'll know that he's got more time there. He knows that after making that mistake. And Thunderkiller's wheel is not working. And he's out on a lap. Okay. Dangerous. Very, very dangerous to do. His wheel's not working and he's on a lap. Okay, alright, we'll have to wait and see as Thunderballs is coming round into 130R. At the moment, he's in P3. I don't know. No, he's done. He's actually done at the moment. Who else is on a lap? As he tried turning it on and off again. Not good news there for Thunderkiller in the Mercedes. David looks like he was on a lap. Mad Poo moving over to the side. Filthy Orange going again. So yeah, one pretty close at the moment, isn't it? 129 all the way to P9, and then it's 130s all the way down to P13. Still with Thunderkiller and Coops on Sticks still to set times.
Yeah, I think you might be safer for low 30, but I think the 29's where you want to be. Looks like Thunder. Yeah, Thunder's in all sorts of trouble here. He's just hit the wall in the sector one there. That's unfortunate for Killer. Hopefully he can get his wheel fixed. He doesn't have a lot of time, and he's actually had to retire. That could be an issue there. I don't know what's going on with his wheel, but yeah, mate, quality's going to heat up here. Like I said, I think Blitz is in trouble, and I also think Coop. If Coop does Coop have a quali ban or
Nope.
no? He doesn't. So he needs to get out and set a time. He's really leaving it to the last minute. A lot of pressure to put on yourself.
Yeah.
So he'll need a big lap on that last sort of 3-minute mark. But yeah, I mean, obviously the 15 go through. So Milano's retired. So he's confident. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't feel that confident in that spot. I think Coop and Blitz could possibly still improve here. Alpine though, they'd be really hoping for some sort of miracle here. They're both in P16, P19 currently. They really need to pull in a big lap here to get out of this Q1.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Well.
don't think Blitz is actually on a lap. Yeah, now that we said that.
Well, yeah, let's see what he's got here. He's on
He's the
35%.
second slower.
Second slower. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think he'll come in and get... Oh, he's got it all wrong there. Yeah, he's going to come in. He's going to come in and have one more last go at the moment. So, yeah, Lord Blitz looks like he is going to have one more shot. Coops on Sticks is going to have one more shot as well. Hopefully he gets in. Otherwise he will be investigated for not setting a time, as that is one of the rules. So hopefully we'll see what happens there.
Faded's retired, so he feels like he's safe, and he is. That's a big lap for Faded up in P4. SJ's it's a big lap from him.
Yeah, it is indeed.
P10, but yeah, Coop leaving as he's in the chase says it's going to be tight, so he's really, really waiting to the last minute. And he cannot risk an invalidation or he's out. It's a big lap for his teammate sector. I think his teammate will just get out in time. But Milano could be in trouble here. And so could David in a sense if both of them went faster. No, he should be still safe. No, he could be. If they both went faster, he'd be out. But I think
Well,
David's actually
well,
Milano's hit the wall, he said.
okay. Well, we've got these guys in ready to jump in the comms box now. The guys are going out one more time. I think they're going to be safe at the moment. But yeah, we're just waiting on Coops and Lord Blitz is coming out. So Lord Blitz is going to be the main one. Milano making that retirement. He's going to have to make 3 seconds on Milano's time to push him out of quali. But we'll have to wait and see because everyone is looking to retire now. So looking to save their tyres going into Q2, Dino.
Yeah, I mean, if they're up there, they're safe. I think Blitzing's a huge improvement here. He's just under 2 seconds off Milano, but Milano cannot defend that time, so he's stuck. He's obviously DNF, so he will have to just hope that these guys don't improve. And Coop's still in the pits. He's done. He won't go around.
No, so he'll be under investigation. Unfortunately, we've got on. I don't think we've got any onboards in here tonight, so will be between myself and yourself. So Q1 Coops on Sticks. Ooh. Coops
I'll try and invite Thunder.
Okay, there we go. All right. Right. Oh, yeah, I don't think he's going to make it, though. He's got 32 seconds, so he will still be under investigation. But Lord Blitz, down there in Sector 1, let's see if we're going to see an improvement on his time. He is going to be the one is either going to go through or not. Yes, you do. It's in the rules now, Big Ash, mate. Oh, and Lord Blitz is gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's taken it all out, and he's gone. So, not the start Lord Blitz is going to want there. He's going to have to get out the way. He does get out the way. He just stays still there. That was very, very lucky there. But yeah, he is done and dusted. Who else have we got on the lap at the moment? We've got David coming around that could have thrown him off at the moment. That's under Sector 2. We'll get Thunder Killer invite soon.
I've tried. He's not online for me, mate. If you could get him to either re-add me or add me. My EA is just the same, but yeah, he is retired, unfortunately, so he won't be able to get through this session anyway.
No, not.
Hopefully, we can get him through.
He's not in my one either.
But yeah, big crash there for Milano, he said. So he's out, but Blitz, it won't improve. So I think Milano's safe anyway. So the guards are watching him. And he will not have to worry about anything in Coop. For some reason, not setting a lap.
Yeah, well, there we go. We've got David has actually moved up a spot there from P12 to P11. And yeah, China has stayed in there in P2, Madpoo in P8. Looks like everyone's going to go through. Looks like we're going to have our first interviews of the night, which is going to be, well, will probably be Coops, Thunder Killer, and Lord Blitz. So I'll get those guys in now. I've sent you a DM, Thunder Killer, what my thing is.
Mine's just exact same as my EA, mate. It's Dudo. My TSDEEDO. But yeah. That is your quality. Sick party leading the way, China P2. Faded P3, I think.
Yeah, Williams, P1 and P4 there. But your top three are Sick Party, China, and Thunderbolt should be over the moon with that Dado with Williams, if that is the pace that they've got in P1 and P4. Who are we losing? Well, we are losing. We're losing actually quite a few. I think we're actually losing Milano. Milano has gone because he retired, so he's out. Lord Blitz is out. Fish Slips, Thunder Killer, and Coops on sticks as well. So we're going to have 14 going into Q2, Dido.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, 14 go through. So it's interesting with Milano that he's not going through, because last night in Div 2, sorry, I can't think DNF went through, but maybe it was because he DNF'd. But interesting there. Anyway, we're into Q2, so we'll see if any of these guys jump in the comms box to have a chat. If not, we will continue the show anyway. But yeah, Williams looking good. Also, Thunder Ball's really good return up into P3, so he'll be looking like maybe contention for a pole here, which would be awesome for him. Coming back to, so I just got a friend request, so I'll try and get that sorted.
All right, well, we'll jump on board with the first interview of the night, and Thunderkiller is in. Awesome, he's added you. Fish Tips, welcome, mate, to the comms box. Very unfortunate you had that quali ban. You've had a bit of a go here, so you've got a massive opportunity to see, how you're going to go. Obviously, last night was a little bit unlucky near the end, and you've got the pace. So, what do you think you're going to be able to do from the back of the grid tonight, and what's going to be the plan?
We're just praying to survive early, get through the carnage, and then I think I'll need a bit of safety car help here, because once you drop DRS, it's pretty hard to make up time on your own around here. But we'll give it a crack. See how we go.
Going over last night, how did you find it? How did you find the race? How do you find the track? Now it's your division tonight, you feel like you've got a bit of an advantage because the guys that do reserve up from 6 to 5 do have a little bit of an advantage because they get to race the race before their original race. So do you feel that you've got a bit of an advantage tonight, or do you think you've got to be a bit of a disadvantage on where you're sitting at the back?
Probably a bit of both. Like, it is an advantage to have that reserve race. It makes it a whole lot easier. But coming from the back will make it tough. So I don't know. We'll see how we go.
Nicely done. And you've got the return of your teammate Thunderbolt. Does that give you good morale going into this race as well?
Yes, sir. Good times. He's back. He might be sick, but he'll be on the hunt.
Good man, good man. All right, well, I'll pass you over to Dita if he's got any questions for you.
Yeah, mate. Looking at, obviously, your race last night, but how do you feel your pace is around here and your race pace? And do you feel like you could sort of have anything to say in this race, I guess you could say?
Yeah, well, going on the lap times of that, I know it was only Q3 there, but yeah, I've got a few seconds on a few of those guys. So hopefully I can make short work of the back sort of 5 or 10 guys and try and push my way up into the points. I definitely had enough pace to probably push a little bit further up in Div 5. I just, didn't want to do any damage to anyone.
Yeah, mate. Well, I wish you the best. And obviously, I feel like you do definitely have some pace around here from last night. So could be a good race, mate. And obviously points to 15. So it's not too far to get into the points. So good luck, mate.
All right. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Okay. I think Sick Party will need an invite, Dino. So if you have him as
so I have sent him one, so hopefully he can get back in ASAP. But I'll send him another one.
All right, well, we'll go on to our next driver of Thunder Killer, mate. Really unfortunate. You just don't seem to have the luck at the moment, do you? Misses races, not getting in races. Very unfortunate. Have you got the wheel fixed?
Yes, I was just in a time trial to make sure.
Good man. Unfortunately, you did. I don't think you did set the time. You may have set the time. What's the strategy going to be tonight?
Survive, to be honest.
I love that. Survive.
The way this track has been the last couple of rounds, especially after last night, after what I watched, just be, survive this. Make it to the points.
There you go. And obviously, big shoes to fill in the Mercedes tonight, reserving for the Edgemeister. So just the main aim is, just to get points for Mercedes tonight.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Fair enough.
That's the plan.
Good plan. And I'll pass you over to Dean if he's got any questions.
Yeah, man, that's a very unfortunate. Obviously, my only question is your wheel sorted now? Everything all good?
Yes, it is.
Awesome,
if it's fucking
man.
just the bed again, I'm gonna be fucking fuming.
Oh man, well, hopefully we see you in the comments box at the end of the race. And good luck, bro.
Cheers.
Sorry about the language there from obviously Thunderkiller. You're obviously a little bit frustrated. Then we'll go into our next interview of the night. This man obviously did not set a time, was in the car, but obviously didn't have enough time. Ran Coops on Sticks, mate. Starting at the back with the rest of them tonight, Fish Dips and Thunderkiller. What is the plan tonight, my friend, ran here? This is a track which is extremely difficult if you do not have the right setup. Do you have the right setup, and are you confident?
Very confident with this track. I've had heaps of practice, and I mean, it was just unfortunate that I didn't get back in time to put in that quali. So I mean, my aim for tonight is just survive, so then I can put that quali into this race and not carry it over to Silverstone.
Yeah, well, it's looking it's gonna be an interesting night. Strategy for tyres. Where do you think you're gonna be? If you want to tell us, if you don't, then fair enough. But what do you think the plan's gonna be?
Actually, have no clue. I have no clue, to be honest.
You have no clue. I love it. Optimism.
I have no clue. Yep, I need to chat with that. We haven't talked strategy yet. We haven't talked at all today with me and my engineer. So
wow,
we'll be doing that as soon as we're done here.
All right. Well, I'll pass you over to Dito if he's got any questions for you. Over to you, Dito.
Yeah, mate. Obviously not quality. Didn't get to set a lap in, so yeah, unfortunately. But I mean, kind of covered already. But how do you think? Where do you feel like you're aiming for in the race?
Top 50, like somewhere in the top 15. I don't care. I want to get those points, but like if that penalty does come my way, then I mean, I don't really see me getting in those points.
Yeah. Well, good luck, mate, and hopefully it's a good solid race for you, and you can put that pace into good work.
Yep. Thank you.
No worries.
All right. Well, there we go. We've got everyone that had jumped into the comms box. Really appreciate that, Dude Six. I'm hearing first time Vettel engineering someone. Well, make sure you don't tell him to go on the wets or the inters, mate, on a dry track. I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm sure he'll be absolutely fine. I pray for Kado. I love it. Feel sorry for Thunder Killer. Everyone's feeling sorry for Thunder Killer. All right, 14 guys going through. Only 4 are going to go out of this one, Dido. Thunderballs setting a 1:29.181. We're going to see these times improve. This is going to be a very, very tight showing now, isn't it? There is a lot of big drivers in here. They've got some serious pace. So what's your thoughts at the moment? What are you thinking?
I think Thunder's looking very good right now, but I think you definitely need to be under 29s for this one, and low 29s at that to be able to make it through this session. I did also see Lord Blitz lead this session, but I don't have him added either, so hopefully he adds me. You can get it back in. But yeah, like I said, I think you have to be in the 29s. You have to at least be probably around the 29.5 mark. If you're not around there, it could be a bit. Yeah, hold on. Oh, he's just joined, so hopefully everything all good there.
Yeah.
But you need. Yeah, I reckon the 29.5 will be the cutoff point, as we see Mad up in P4 for 29.5 now. I think because everyone will probably do a 2-run stint on these. A lot of these times we're seeing now will be used tire runs. So a 29.5 would be probably around the P10 mark, I reckon.
Yeah, no, I do agree. I think it's going to be very interesting to see. Obviously, we saw a very, very good performance from the Williams earlier on in Q1. Q2 does change things up a little bit. We've got Seafoals on that. We've got Filthy Orange on a fly at the moment. He's lost it. He's completely lost it through Spoon there. And that's unfortunate. I think unless that was a lap. No, he wasn't on the lap there. So Filthy Orange, has he beached? No, he hasn't beached. Good to see. Jumped on board that right at the right time. Seafoals on a lap though. Dino, why don't you take it away with Seafoals in the Haas?
Yeah, so he's just coming up to the first quarter, and this is all about trying to carry as much speed as you can into that corner, and no lock up there from Seafoals. He goes down to fifth. He doesn't use fourth, which is different to most. Some guys use fourth. Very tidy first few corners here. And this is all about momentum. You really don't want to touch the brakes pretty much this whole opening sector. He's really solid here. He's used about 30%, 40% of his battery. Backs a little bit off the throttle there. Doesn't hold it flat. Depending on your setup, you can. As he comes up to the hard braking zone, this is where you may change your brakes a little bit, depending on what setup you're running. But a solid lap so far. I don't know. We'll see what his interval here is compared to the rest. It should be pretty solid. I mean, tight. He hasn't snapped out in the rear yet. Another easy spot to invalidate here. Usually go down to fourth there. He's third. He's just struggling with traction on there, and he actually snaps back in really close to invalidating there. But he's now you get a little bit of a chance to relax. He's not burning any battery, but he goes fastest in that sector, depending if that's just the game. He's got a traffic there. That's no issue. Down to first gear there. That is way too low of a gear through there. He's going to really lose some time through there, but he's going to burn. And he will go P4 anyway. But someone in the Haas team needs to tell him not to use first gear in that last chicane.
Yeah, not a bad lap there from Seafoals. He's obviously got his teammate down there of J-Man down in P14. I reckon Thunder are pretty happy with that. Was he saving those tyres for the big Q3? which is going to be very interesting to see how we're going to go there. We've got J-Man in the pit. Seafoles has done in his lap. We've got the Williams as well. At the moment, we're losing David, Filthy, China, and J-Man. And Filthy and China in the kick still not done a time. Filthy Orange will be a little bit worried due to that spin he had. So, and it's very easy to do it here. Very easy to invalidate and spin your car on the curbs or even in spoon as well. So yeah, still those three and big three drivers as well to set times there in Filthy, China, and J-Man Dita.
Yeah, leaving it to the last minute, putting a bit of pressure on himself, but maybe a bit of confidence there. But Filthy Orange, especially, it's never good to have a spin. He will have to try and get that out of his head to set a solid time here. But David, currently in the cutoff point, 32.1. In my opinion, I think Filthy, China, and J-Man, if they get their lap right, they should be quite competitive. But yeah, they're all going to come out soon. But this track, as we know, is terrible to invalidate on, not make a mistake on. So I don't like leaving a desperate last lap like this to the issue. But yeah, kick could be in strife here. But I think China and Filthy will pull something out of the bag here. I think they've got some solid pace.
Yeah,
I think everyone's going to improve here, though. I think there's a lot of guys on new tyres. But Thunder and Iraq, they have called it. They're confident. They're just, which is rightly so. They're pretty quick at this stage.
yeah, 29.2s is pretty good, but they've got the time between Drusilla and Paulinale and Woofer. You know, you've got a 30 flat, a 30.1, a 30.2, a 32.1, so a bit of a difference there. 2 seconds off Woofer's time. Big difference. So David's really going to have to pull something out of the bag there. But so close between P10, P9 and P8 at the moment. So, and then it starts to fall away there with Ideboy. He's 8 tenths. Then you've got 2 tenths to Sick Party, 1 tenth to Mad Poo. Seafoles is in the same 5s. Then it's a tenth faded. Then 2 tenths to Iraq, and then 1 tenth for Iraq to Thunderball. So pretty close at the top there at the moment. 30 people tuning in. Thank you very much. Round 16 at Japan. This is not the last race of the week. We've got one more to go, which is obviously tomorrow night with Division 3 at Japan again. So yeah, and then we are all back next Saturday for Division 1 at Baku. And then Division 2 and 4 on Sunday, we will be at Silverstone for our Enduro race of 100%. As Faded Menace goes pole with our 28.8. First one in the 28, so the track is definitely starting to warm up. What's China going to do? He is the one on the lap at the moment. Seafoles has called it. He's happy with P4. He thinks that's going to stick. You've also got his teammate there, J-Man, on the lap. China is on a lap. Filthy Orange is about to start. We're on board with China now. He's coming into Sector 3 very, very shortly. Just coming into Spoon in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nicely there. Doesn't get onto the curb. Gets good exit there. Onto the curb. All the way, burn everything up to around about 15-20%, up 130 hour. Get as much speed as you can. Purple in that Sector 3 at the moment. We'll have purple in every sector because he hasn't set a time. Is he going out? Is he going through? 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Checkered flag is gone. Where is China going to end up? He is going to end up in P2 behind Faded Menace. Good lap by him. What about J-Man, the other Haas driver of Seafoles' teammate tonight? J-Man coming around the final corner. What's it going to be for him? He goes pole position with a 128.593. Very impressive there. Drusilla dropped down to P10. Who is going out, Dido?
I don't know, man. I mean, geez, they're all rolling in now. As you see how quickly it changes. 6 just gone fastest. Drew's finished in P10. He could be in strife here. Paulie's on a lap, and he's improving 2 tenths up. So at this stage, Drew is out. Wolfer also improving. I think David needs a big lap here. Filthy Orange also needs obviously a solid lap. So there's a lot of guys in trouble. I think also Ideboy could be in some trouble here. Just seeing Paulie. No, Wolfer's finished. He can't improve. Paulie comes across the line, see what he can do here. He does. He beats Idbor and Drew, and they're both out. Wow. That's Datura. That's a big upset there.
Yeah, it is. It is, especially for Idle there out of Q2 and Filthy Orange,
And
on
Orange.
as well. So
2 minutes, yeah, he's not
interesting.
the lap he wanted.
That is very interesting. Some of the guys don't seem to have the pace here, so hopefully we'll get these guys to jump into the comms box and see what they've got to say. But here are your classifications going into Q3. Sick Party, the Williams on form tonight. Could this be a Williams showdown? We'll have to wait and see. Sick Party taking pole position with a 128.455. J-Man taking P2. He needs that. He needs that confidence boost. And then Faded Menace, your top three. We are losing Eyeball, Druzella, Woofer, and Filthy Orange. And the biggest name of that is Eyeball out of Q2. Paul and Hell and David just scraping through. They're both Red Bulls, getting through 29.7 and 29.8. Now we're heading over to Q3.
Yeah, the Red Bulls did really well to pull a lap in there. They were in trouble. Everyone improving around them. They had to do something, so they did well. And this is going to be a very interesting Q3. I have no idea who has the pole locked in for this one. But, I think China's got some pace. If he can also, and obviously Sick Party, if these boys can both get 2 solid laps in on fresh tyres, usually in Q3 they'll run 2 new tyres. Wait and see what happens here. As this looks nice and dry, no issues, no rain, which we thought we were going to get some at the start, which is annoying. I like the rain, but I'm sure these guys would be happy it's not raining.
Yeah, I'm just putting in a prediction now to see who's going to get pole. So just bear with me. I'm on Paulie. Ooh.
It's a very tough one. I mean, you could almost put the whole top 10 in here, and it's a very interesting one on pole.
I am actually, as you were saying that, I am putting all of them in. So there you go.
Pretty much everyone drive out of the pits. Both Williams, Aston, the Haas, both Hasses, and Ferrari as well. So everyone want to try and get a lap in really early here. See what sort of pace they have. They want to start low 29s, 28s straight off the bat.
Yeah.
Get that pace down.
Okay.
First out on track is Sick Party, who is in my opinion contention for pole. He's had many poles in Div 6 this season. Yes,
we've got every single person out on a lap at the moment, apart from Paulie. So we'll jump on board in a second. But we've got a few guys jumping in, and I'll let you take this one away. Druzilla in the Mercedes is in first. So over to you, Dido.
It's Drew. Hey Drew. Sorry, mate. Yes. Mate,
Hello.
Not obviously the quality that you'd like, but very unlucky there in the end. There just could have gone either way. Everyone improving on a lap. It's all about timing. So just tell us a little bit about your lap, and were you happy with that lap, or did you feel like you could improve?
Mate, very happy with the lap. Over the course of Q1 and Q2, I was getting faster and faster, so I was quite happy with that. Just trying to time the exit of the pits to get out. I didn't stuff up too badly on any corners. I could have put the foot down a bit through Sector 1 a bit more, but overall, pretty happy with that.
Yeah, mate. Well, that's good to hear. Obviously, not the worst starting position to start from, but a little bit of work to do on the race. Hopefully, some drama around you allows you to capitalize.
I'm in the guts of the carnage.
Yeah. You're just gonna survive that turn 1, mate. But wish you the best, and I'll hand you over to SJ.
Thanks, Tito.
Drew, good evening, mate. Obviously representing the Mercedes tonight, making it into Q2, mate. Good job. Obviously, we've seen you reserve a few times. And unfortunately not make it into Q1 by a few mistakes. Are you getting a bit of practice amongst behind the scenes?
Yeah, mate, look, last night, the night before, I was a bit delirious with the amount of practice I've been putting in. So, I've been really putting an effort in. So, If someone could just text me to put my recording on before the race, I'll be fine.
I'm sure that one of the guys can ask Vettel. He's engineering everyone tonight. So, is the plan just get points here tonight for Mercedes? Are you feeling confident around here?
Yeah, look, I've noticed there's only a few points between the Mercs and the McLaren, so who knows? Maybe I could be a talking point if I can pop a few points on the board for them.
Yes, you would be. Yeah, they would definitely be getting a Christmas present this year from them. But no,
Yeah,
all the best, mate. Yeah, we'll see how you go.
awesome, mate. Thanks, SJ. See you guys.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got the other kick in here, and I'll start this off. Filthy, mate. It looked like a good start in Q1, and then unfortunately you lost it in Spoon in Q2, and I don't think it was enough in the end. Give us a bit of a heads up on what happened in Q2.
You're right, SJ. I lost it at Spoon, and then I went for another hot lap and lost it at turn 1. So this full qualifying thing has got me a bit frazzled, obviously.
Not a track that you like. Nervous, like the setup's not right. Like what's going on? Obviously, you got your teammate China. He's
Setups on point.
right.
Love the track, and just haven't turned up with the performance or delivering the race.
Right. So is it plan just to get to the end? As we can see, your teammate China, he's in pole position with a 28.7. He's been very, very good in the last few weeks. So yeah, is it just scoring points tonight? That the main aim?
Yeah, absolutely. Get through turn 1, get through the first lap without any drama, and pick people off from there on, and hopefully aim for some points or around 5th would be nice from that position.
I'm going to say something else as well. We know each other. We go way back, and you were a lot quicker than me. What's happened? Have you just not played the game? Have you been busy? Is it just you're not a fan favorite of 24? Like what's happened in regarding your?
Nah, 24 is horrible, to be honest. I'm just no assist now, so
Oh, okay.
no assists on the wheel, all that sort of stuff. Big changes. So yeah,
No, well,
just learning and improving. Yeah.
I'm buzzing for 25.
Say again, sorry.
You buzzing for 25?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Cool. Well, no, great. I'll take my health to you, mate. No assists. That's impressive. That is very impressive. So yeah, look forward to seeing what you can do in the race, and yeah, all the best. And I'll pass you over to Dido.
Yeah, mate. You pretty much covered everything there, SG. But I mean, who do you feel like your biggest competitor is tonight, mate? Who do you feel like is challenging tonight?
I am just going to jump on the back of old mate who was in here before, and he looked like he's some pace, and I'll just follow him through the first 5 and see what magic he can provide for both of us. I think for the first third of the race, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Well, wish you the best and good luck.
Cheers, boys. Thanks.
Okay, I hope you didn't take that as an offence. I wasn't being offensive. I was just saying we do go way back. And he was very, very fast, and obviously massive props to him to take off the assist. I haven't done it. I still haven't done it. And we've been driving probably the same time.
You need to get a wheel first, mate.
Yes, I know. Do you want to get me one for Christmas? No, I will get one. I'm not getting one of these round ones. I'm going to get the proper F1 wheel. I'm not going to go big or go
I
home.
don't know many people.
Go big or go home. Go big or go home. Okay, all right. Well, we've spoken to those guys that unfortunately got eliminated in Q2. We've got 4 minutes to go in Q3. And setting the pace at the moment is the 2 Hasses tonight. P2 and P3 of J-Man with a 28.9 and C-Falls with a 29 flat as well. So the only 2 guys currently in the 28s is China and J-Man. We've got Thunder down there in P7, who is on a lap at the moment, and Iraq Lobster. Now, do you want a little bit of a touch base on Iraq Lobster? I don't know if you saw him earlier. I think he just took too much overspeed in the Dunlop section and just went straight instead of turning the car. So could be struggling in that Aston Martin tonight, Dito.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think a lot of these guys are doing runs on used tires opposed to new tires, and then some at the top maybe using a new tire. But yeah, trying to save a set of softs for the race maybe. But I don't know. This race is usually the track you use softs on. It's quite high on tire deg.
I'm seeing a mixture of people tonight voting for different drivers, which is really good. Normally we have 100% with one driver, but the results are closed. We've got 3 minutes to go. 20% on Iraq tonight, so not that confident people tonight. 3,500. 7% on Faded. Nothing on Thunderballs tonight. 1% on China. 71%. 12,500 on Sick Party. And at the moment, he's in P5. So interesting votes tonight, guys. But love the support, loving it as well. I do want to say before we do get on board for the remainder of these laps, sign-ups are open. They have been open the last few days. If you are tuning in tonight, please go into Season 9 sign-ups. Please follow the example right at the top and put your name in. We have put some voting polls in across all 6 divisions on what your commitment is like next season, if you're full-time spectator or if you're going to be a reserve, or unfortunately if you're going to leave us, which is fair enough. It's not for everyone. We don't know what 25 is going to be. We've heard raving reviews, so fingers crossed. But sign-ups are open, so get your sign-ups in, get ready, because we've got 4 weeks left. And that is it. Then we're done and dusted. We'll have prize night, awards night, as we always do, and then we will then be going into a round robin, which I'm going to say, Dido, round robin's going to be very exciting going into 25, isn't it?
Yeah, mate, it'll be a bit different to what's usual. That's for sure, but a bit of a different way of evaluating people and going a bit more off race pace opposed to just how can I say, just a one lap dash. So I'm very excited for the round robin.
Yeah, no, me too. And it will be explained. I've had a lot of questions, a lot of DMs coming through asking, "Oh, what's this? What's that?" Everything will start to make way very, very soon. In the Discord, we'll start letting people know what the plans are. We've got a few meetings coming up regarding new rules going into Season 9 and obviously our Season 9 preparation. But we're not at Season 9 yet. We're still in Season 8. We're here at Q3 for Japan, Suzuka, Konnichiwa, and we've got China out front at the moment. J-Man is on a hot lap. I'll take it away with you, Dido, on board with J-Man.
Yeah, J-Man is on an absolute stolid first corner there. He used a lot of the outer part of the track, carrying a lot of speed in. See what he can do here through this end of this first sector. Jumps on the power there. Full confidence in the traction. He's got a solid setup, obviously. No issues there. He just doesn't have a lot of battery. He's used a lot in that first sector, a lot more than most. To see what he can do here in this second part. Really easy to lock up here. The airpin. J-Man gets it right, no issues. He'll burn maybe a little bit out of the corner there, a little tiny bit. 28% is probably a little bit too low. He'll burn a bit up down the straight, but would be aiming more around the 50% for this straight. Sick Party goes fastest with a 28.6. Don't think that's really I think we're going to see the 28s, but maybe a 27. Anyway, J-Man goes fastest. This could be a pole. See what he can do here. Comes out to the last chicane, really tidy on the brakes there. Goes down to the second early on the power, and he'll burn whatever battery he has left up to the line. This could be pole. He'll cross the line, and he will stay where he is. 28.9. So he lost a bit of time in that last sector.
Ooh, faded up into P4, and Mad Poo, I've got to say, missed the finish line by 1 second to do another lap. So really unfortunate there for him. He is done and dusted. Wow, Seafolds, another opportunity. 5 temps up. This could be interesting. If this is looking at This is looking at a very quick lap here from Seafoles. Is he going to be able to knock his teammate off from P3? Seafoles goes pole position. 28.570. China coming in the final corner. China goes pole with a 28.1. What? Who else? We got David. He stays P10. Thunderballs, 2 tenths up. Doesn't seem to have the pace of the guys at the front. Let's have a look. What's it going to be? He's in P9 at the moment. He goes
Ran out of battery.
P7 and runs out of battery. Alright, Lobster. He is flying. What's it going to be? Could take pole position. Is he going to take pole? No, goes P4. And Sick Party is done and dusted. China taking pole position. Well,
yeah. That was a bit of an upset.
It is. And the person that voted 1% got it right. Don't know who that is, but we're about to find out. So congratulations on that person, because they have just got, the prediction right. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. China taking pole position in the kick. Seafoles taking P2. Sick Party taking P3. Followed by Iraq Lobster, J-Man, Faded Menace, Mad Poo, Thunderballs, Paul and Hal, and David. This is going to be a spicy start to the race, Dito.
Yeah, it's very, very. You're very right, mate. A few people I feel like didn't get the lap in they would hope for in that one. But yeah, interesting one. Obviously, turn one is the daunting thing about this track. Everyone, especially the guys that have been waiting from Q1, Q2, they'll be a bit nervous, a bit hot on their feet. Whereas the Q3 guys, freshly warmed up, always have that advantage, obviously. But I'm excited, mate. Hopefully, no issues into turn one. Everyone gets a clean start, and we see some great battles into that opening sector.
Definitely. And the weather is looking absolutely phenomenal, which is really, which is a plus. I will let you take it away for the start of this Grand Prix. Over to you, my friend.
No worries. We will just wait for everyone to finalise their setup. As we, yes, like you said, it is nice and dry. No rain. It's looked a bit different when we first loaded in, but no issues yet. No one having any issues with rain, which I'm sure most of the guys are happy about. Everyone taking their time to pick their setups, their tyres, and here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go. And China, actually a bit of a slow start from China. The Haas tries to cut cross over the Williams to try and cut him across. Sick Party still holding his line. Seafoles gets a great start though. And China holding his line around the outside. Does he hold it? The Aston of Iraq might sneak in and get both done on there. And Sick Party made a mistake. He's full back. Bit of drama at the back. There's a car in the gravel trap. And there's another car in the wall. Who's that? That's a Haas. Big drama at the start, SJ. I'm not sure what's happened at the back. And we have a VSC.
Yeah, we do. Didn't catch it out. It's a situation there with J-Man. Faded Menace has lost his front wing. Lord Blitz seems to go quite slow. So drama for J-Man down there in P18 and Faded. And if you're looking at this, they have dropped 13 spots each. Not the start that the Haas or the Williams driver would want there. So, I can't put anything in, so I didn't see it. But a bit of an interesting start there at the front there between China, Seafoles and Iraq. We could see that Seafoles looked a little bit nervous going into the first couple of corners, slowed right down, and Iraq Lobster nearly went into the back of him, as he is right behind Seafoles now, ready to pounce. So Seafoles looking a little bit nervous in that Haas at the moment, and the Aston Martin is ready to pounce on that 1 out of 27, going side by side into 130R as China's going side by side. Aston off track. Oh, there's a bit of an incident going on there between Seafoles. Seafoles has lost his front plate there, and that will be an investigation between Seafoles and the front three. I think that is going to be an investigation with all three there. Bit of drama on lap 1 already, Dito.
Yeah, I thought I saw an end plate fly off at the Haas, and he actually, he is. He's missing a right end plate there, so big drama for Seafoles. That's unfortunate too. He was looking really, really good there in the start of that race. Thunderballs might be able to make light work of the Haas now. And also the Ferrari hanging in there. Moving down the back, we've got a few close battles too. Down the back of Milano and Filthy. But yeah, a bit of a drama off the start. Not what we'd like to see, but Japan always delivers drama. Show. I mean, N1 and plate. A few guys in the pits faded already, having to change a wing. He'll have to go long on those hards now. It's a shame for faded his highest start of the season, I think, too.
Yeah, definitely. And we're seeing there, Idlebull has dropped as well. Some of these guys are dropping like a stone. Idlebull dropping 5 spots. Thunderkiller putting the pressure on Coops on Sticks. Coops on Sticks up to the 14th.
Oh,
Good job by him. So far, so good. We've got Idlebull looking ready to pounce and go around the corner. I think he lost a bit of his car. Let's have a look. No, he hasn't. Goes around the outside of Thunderkiller up into P15. Now he's going to put the pressure on Coops on Sticks. Coops on Sticks 3 seconds back from Woofer, but he has every right to run his own race. And we've got yellows. Where has that come from?
faded.
Is that faded at the back?
Yeah.
Oh, he's lost his front wing again. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. He's just spun. Sorry, my apologies. So we do have a yellow flash in there. China, though, is gone. He is 6
Oh, the Coops also made it. I think contact there, and he's lost his rear. No damage though, but yeah, drama everywhere, is Jay.
You know, he has. He's got damage on the front left plate there, missing that. So he's going to have to come into the pit and front right actually, and get onto those hards because he will not be able to. Oh, is he already on hards though? That's the problem. He's already on the hards. Oh, that's going to destroy his strategy there. Back up to the front. Iraq Lobster 8.5 tenths back from China. He's gone. He is second out in front already. And let's have a look. Does Iraq have damage? No, he doesn't. Sick Party there in P3. Then we've got Seafoals. Then we've got Thunderballs. Then Mad Poo. Nice little battle between those three. Seafoals, Thunderballs, and Mad Poo. Then we've got Paulie. Then we've got David. Then we've got Drusilla. Then we've got Fish Lips. Then we've got Milano. Then we've got Filthy Orange, Woofer, J-Man, Eyeball, Thunderkiller, Coops on Sticks, Lord Blitz, and Faded Menace. All 19 cars still running, Dino.
Yeah, like what we like to see, bit of drama at the start, and Mad Poo might be lining up a move here. Bit of a battle pack here between, I mean, it was from 6 down all the way down to 6. But these guys looking a bit spicy now, trying to get the moves done early in this race. But like you said, Coop starting on a hard tyre is always risky, and then obviously getting damage can really hurt him. So he'll have to be trying to change the lead. China and Lobster swap position. China must have made a mistake because he was the second in the lead. You know, very interesting to drop back to Iraq there.
Yeah, no, definitely. And he might have made a mistake there. Fish Lips, I think he got the move done on Drusilla. Going a little bit further back, looking at the intervals at the moment. Idlebull 2.3. Coops on Sticks is into the pitch. J-Man now putting pressure on Idlebull. Going a little bit further back up to the top with the leader. Iraq in front at the moment. 4.5 tenths behind him is China. They'll probably just work together. Try and pull that gap on Sick Party. Long way to go in this race though. 4 laps added 27 at the moment. And everyone will obviously need to make their pit stop strategy as well. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see there. But going on board for P5 and P6 and P7. Nice little battle between Mad Poo, Thunderballs, and Seafoals has gone straight into the wall.
Seafoals.
He's gone straight into the wall.
What happened? He had a big lock up into Spoon. That's unfortunate.
I think his controller's died because he's not moving.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, something happened there. That's so bad. That's so unfortunate. No, he's dead.
No. Yeah, he's been disqualified. I think his controller's died, or wheels disconnected, or something. But he is out of this race. Seafoals is disqualified and gone. We will not be looking at that as the onboard because we could see what happened there, and he's been DSQ'd. So yeah, unfortunate there for Seafoals. First car of the night out of this race by a DSQ. By not moving at all. So definitely something's gone on there, and he says loving life. So I can definitely tell that's a big glitch or something's happened there. Back up to the front though, since that incident, because it was a nice little battle there between Thunderballs himself and Mad Poo as well. Thunderballs now up in a P4, 1.1 behind Sick Party. Only one car between this nice championship battle between Edge, Thunderballs, and Iraq Lobster at the moment. So this battle looks like it's going to get intense if Thunderballs can catch Sick Party. Dito.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Sick is it's very hard to reel in a gap when these guys have DRS, as we've seen all weekend here. It's pretty much impossible, actually. They'd be hoping for a safety car, even a VSC maybe. But the battle between him and Thunder is going to commence very soon, I believe. I don't think it'll be long before Thunder is in Sick Party's DRS.
No.
But Fish Lips also on the back of David, almost pushing David through that fast right-hander, left-hander. So see what he can do. He might go for the move, thinks better of it. A little bit of battery to burn here and play for it with DRS. That's a change for the lead again. And Fish Lips looks like he's going to get it done here. Oh, geez, goes early. Very eager to get past. Burns a bit of battery, gets it done. No issues on David. And there's is that a yellow there? What's happened there? I think that's just
Thunder Killer.
going slow.
It's Thunder Killer at the moment. We've got Fish Lips now into P7, 2.4 seconds behind Paul and Hell. Thunderballs 2.7 behind Sick Party, but he's under extreme pressure from the Ferrari here of Mad.
Oh!
They're back down in the mountain.
That's
No, he's taking a J-Man.
No.
Drewzilla. Oh no, let's put out the safety car. That is a bad accident there. Lap 6. Drewzilla. J-Man again, 2 weeks in a row DNFing, and not due to his own fault there. He is not going to be happy. He is not going to be happy, and that's a double Haas out on lap 6. Both cars, no points. Massive accident there.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I mean, that's just Yeah, I mean, he just lost it in the gravel there and spun across the track. And I guess, that was a big accident. Haas out, safety car. So what does that mean? Everyone pretty much going to pit. And that hurts a few people on the hard tyres especially. I mean, they'll probably just stay out. But they're going to
China! 10 seconds speed in the pit lane. Oh, that's massive. That is massive. That is massive in this race. Lap 7 out of 27, and these guys will go the hards and go to the end now. But that's massive. That has destroyed his race. That is music to the ears. Look at that. Milano still continuing and is going to lead this race. There we go. And Iraq Lobster in P2, China into P3, Sick Party into P4. Thunderballs will be over the moon. Mad Poo will be over the moon. Paul and Hell will be over the moon as well. A lot of these cars will be very happy about that. But yeah, Fish Lips. Look at that. Fish Lips now in the P8. And he started, 9 spots. Milano at 14 spots. And he's leading this race. Question is, though, he is on old tyres compared to everyone else. 6-lap mediums. Everyone else is hards. So he's going to need another safety car, isn't he?
Yeah, he should have pitted. I'm not sure why he didn't. Maybe to avoid a double stack? I don't know. He's the only car on the grid for RB, so I'm not sure why he didn't pit there.
Drewzilla, I think, is going to get the book thrown at him in there, spinning the car around on a blind corner. And re-entry, unfortunately. It's all about re-entry. You've got to take your time. You've got to be careful. You can't just spin the car around. And he's taken out J-Man, which he is going to be fuming. I know that for a fact. I can definitely tell he is not going to be happy because that's 2 weeks in a row now. Not a good night for the Haas team. And not a good night for Alpine either, down there in P17 and P16. And Faded Menace will be over the moon with this. He's got another opportunity to catch up to the rest of them. But David on the softs in P9. Interesting strat there.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I mean, they'll probably last about 2 laps before they're cooked. He'll might want to even use this as a chance to get off those, but we'll have to wait and see what he does. He'll be very quick though on that restart.
They will go
up the top. That penalty, just China should serve it, but at the same time, he'll go back onto the mediums then.
Milano's in. Well, there you go. So Milano's called it. He's not going to stay out on those mediums. He is going to come in, and I think he will go. He'll probably
David has
come out.
called it, so that's a good call.
Yeah, David's gone in as well. So 2 guys going in, Milano and David. Milano will just come out in front of David or behind David down there in P15. Well, this race has just brought in some entertainment because we have a safety car now and everyone has had massive opportunity. And yeah, if you've tuned in, China leading the race has just got himself a 10-second time penalty. And well, that's going to hurt his race, isn't it? Massively.
Yeah, he'll either just hold on to the end and hope that he can build some type of gap, or a late safety car to maybe cert that. But that's big blow either way for China, and that's unfortunate because he looked like a favourite tonight for the win. He's very fast too in the opening quali and also in opening stages of this race. So that's not what you want to see. But we see that happen a lot under that. I think that's speeding under safety car, but we show under the pit lane here, it's a terrible pit lane. Very easy to speed in.
Yeah, it's interesting to say the least, and we'll have to wait and see what happens with the remainder. But yeah, unfortunate. It's, okay, I thought someone was joining and then leaving.
Yeah.
Don't know what's going on there.
Hopefully.
Is that you or me or?
No, I think we're all robotic on my end.
No, I'm all good. My end still. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's just happened going in and out. There we go. We're back.
Should be. Sounds better now.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there.
Alright, mate, I'll be right back. I just gotta get a drink.
No, you're good. No drama. All right, we're on the safety car at the moment. Obviously, you can tell that a little bit of frustration there from J-Man. I know how he feels. It's very unfortunate, but it is. You just can't do anything about it. You know, you go around those corners, and you can't see it, and boom, you're out the race. I know from experience from yesterday. But we move on, mate. I know you're going to be frustrated. There's nothing you can do. We can't do anything about it. You're out. Move on, and obviously you'll be penalised from next week. And I think that'll be a hefty penalty there. But that's all we can do. I know how you feel, mate. I do know how you feel. All right. Well, if you are tuning in with us and you have just jumped in, we've lost 2 drivers. Obviously, Seafold's disconnection. Everything all went off. All of his power, TV, Xbox, everything, PlayStation, whatever he's on, all turned off. And he was then disqualified. And then J-Man brought out the safety car. I think Jerusalem lost it, spun it round, and J-Man came around the corner, and bosh, there you go, out of the race. So, unfortunate there. But if you are tuning in with us, we've got Iraq Lobster in P1, China in P2, but does have that 10-second for speeding in the pit lane, so that's going to hurt him massively in this race. You've got Sick Party in P3, Thunderballs in P4, Madper in P5, then you've got Paul and Hell in P6, Fishlips in P7, Filthy Orange in P8, Woofer in P9, Idabor in P10, both Mercedes in P11 and P12, Faded Menace in P13, Milano in P14, who has just decided to pit after he was on those 6-lap mediums. You got David, who was on the softs, then decided to go onto the hards, so they're going to be on the fresher tyres out of everyone else. Then you've got Coops on Sticks down there in P16, Lord Blitz in P17. Still 2 guys at the moment that aren't going to score points, but I reckon we're going to have the safety car coming in, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. But that 10 seconds is going to hurt China, Dino.
Yeah, I don't know what he does here. I mean, he'll probably just, like I said, just hang on and pray that something comes his way at the end. There's still a long way to go. And then that 10 after the safety car, out to 27. But bit of slowing the field up now. Let's see what he can do here. He'll probably wait right to the line, slow up everyone as much as possible. And it looks like he is gone now, right before the line, virtually on, overtake on. and everyone has to wait to the line before they can overtake. As we see that not happening down the back, I think it was a Ferrari and Aston going side by side.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But yeah, a bit of an interesting turn one. I think China's looking super competitive on the back of Iraq. Sorry, just read the comment. Iraq in P1 just defending off China. China's looking super quick on this restart. Even though he has that penalty, not letting it bothering him. Looking a little bit further down. A reserve too. Oh, sorry, he's just been signed too. Mad Poo, I believe. Looking really good in P5 currently. This could be massive for Sick Party and Thunderbolts if they can hang on to these guys in the front. They were out of DRS before, and that could have been game over for them. But Dwight's back on now for them.
Nice little battle going on here between Faded and Milano, as Faded does get the job done on those 8-lap hards. He's on old tyres though, so this could be a struggle for Faded, as he's now trying to battle the Mercedes driver of Thunderkiller, and he's got Druzo as well. He's going to go through the middle. What's Faded doing? You cannot do that. That is very dangerous. Nearly took out both Mercedes there. That could have been absolute carnage. Gets the 3-second time penalty, sent it through the middle there. It's completely gone off the exit, got it all wrong there, and Thunderkiller will probably think, wow, that was a Brown moment. He came right across the Mercedes driver there, and that could have been very, very damaging for Thunderkiller. Thunderkiller does make the move, goes to the outside. Does he get the job done? Oh, they touch. A little bit of wheel banging, that's fine. Faded goes around the outside. Remember, he is on old tyres, so Thunderkiller's going to have a better grip coming out of these corners on a lot more fresher tyres, as Faded drops down into P15 onto the curb and loses another position. That didn't work. You do not want to be battling these guys with old tyres. A little bit of drama there for you, Williams driver there, Dido, with the two Mercedes of all cars.
Yeah. Hey, mate. Yeah, it's very easy to happen. Oh, bit of drama ahead of him too. I think David and Milano and maybe Fundo just made a mistake there, but everyone had to take avoiding action there. He's back behind David now. So yeah, all sorts. And Sick Party down at P9. What's happened there? There's all sorts of drama happening on this restart.
Yeah, there is, because Thunderbolts now is up into P3. So when we were watching on board down at the bottom, we were seeing changes happen at the top, and Thunderbolts now into P3, and Sick Party and Lord Blitz just getting a penalty there. Sick Party up into P8, getting the job done, and yeah, a lot of drama going on the restart of the safety car at Japan. Lap 11, 12 out of 27. Question is, I'll put a little prediction in, will we see a second safety car?
It's quite possible with what we're seeing at the moment, but everyone's just fighting for these positions, and it's turned into a bit of a DRS train. Bit of a gap between, obviously, P6 back to Eyeball, and then obviously another back to Faded Menace, back to Sick Party. So, yeah, J-Man, oh no, we're trying to get him.
No, you don't need to. He's gone. He's retired. You're fine.
Yeah.
He is obviously not a happy bunny. Thunderballs losing the back end out there, coming up through the Dunlop section. Paul and Helen Idabor are going at it as well. There's a lot of battles going on here. Sick Party now making his way up into P6, having a nice little battle against the Aston Martin. You do not want to be battling too much, otherwise you're going to lose the lead, or you're going to lose a bit of time to the front. Sick Party into P6. Idabor going around the outside, going a little bit too far wide there, coming into formation, stays into P7. Sick Party into P6, so he's making up spots through the race, but then losing them earlier on there. Audible is in the wall, and that is another safety car, and that may have helped China. This may have helped China massively.
All on the curb. That's helped a lot of people, mate.
What's he going to do? What is
China do? That was all
do?
on that curb. Bruce Spoon there.
Yes.
It's so easy to do.
He serves it. He serves it. China's going to serve it, get onto those mediums, and he will go to the end of this race. And, well, there was on board with Ideboard, but, yeah, I don't know if you can really put it on board on that, because he's done it himself, didn't he? No drama.
I mean, yeah, No, there's no. I don't think he did that. Had anyone else had any issues with that? I think it's super easy to jump on that outside curb there and just get the power on. And yeah, that's exactly what happens. He's lucky he didn't lose the front wheel. He'll have a chance to repair his car, obviously, and new tires and everything. But yeah, that's not what we want to see. And it's a big crash. And obviously, if we were running simulation, that would have been definitely a game ender there.
Yeah, I think he would
But
have
he'll
been
have
out.
a chance to,
I think he'd have been out.
to get some points in. So
I think he would have been out, but things have changed again, and we're going to cut the safety car because that's literally just come out there, so everyone will get their points back, and that will be funded. So I'll get Dino to probably come up with a different prediction, which will come up very, very shortly. Drama, absolute drama in this race. We've had 2 safety cars, and that's not due to the racing. That is not due to the racing. That's due to errors by drivers on their own, which is unfortunate. But it's definitely changed things up because Iraq Lobster's now in the P1, Thunderballs is in the P2, and look where Fish Lips is.
yeah, Fish Lips had a massive drive, absolute massive drive. I wonder how quick these guys on the mediums are going to be too. They'll be ones to watch. These guys on the hards, they better watch out. But there's a very big work to do for China. Go from P14 back up to the top 3. Big job.
Yeah, that is going to be a struggle. That is going to be a struggle because we have seen this weekend that when you do make a decision to pit and go on a fresher tyre or serve that penalty, it's a lot. It is difficult to get through the traffic. You know, you have to be patient and time it.
Yeah.
So this is going to be this. It'll be a one hell of a performance if he manages to do it. But I think it's going to be a difficult night for China now to pull himself back into that top 5.
Yeah, I think he had to use it though to try something with that penalty as we got another car pitting that side ball, getting back off the mediums. But yeah, like I said, he had to do it. He had to get rid of that penalty. He's still in a chance. He's still in the points, and obviously can make up limited positions here with that fast tyre. But like he said, man, I don't really fancy this track for an overtaking sort of track. It's quite hard to.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, like I said, I think you got to take your time, patience. You know, that could have been a DNF there. Unfortunately, Ironball was lucky to still be in the race. Got a massive opportunity. Faded. I would be going in. I do not know why I would stay out on those hards. 12 lap hards against everyone's 7 laps. You know, go in, get onto the mediums, get on fresher tyres, and take him to the end. You know, nothing to lose. He's got the penalty as well. You know, we saw earlier on he was fighting the Mercedes, and that looked quite dangerous earlier on because he's on those older tyres. They're going to have better grip. So yeah, now it'll have to be interesting to see what he's going to do. Unless the safety car does come in, he is going to be a problem in that mid pack because of those slow tyres. So, which is then going to put pressure on the rest of the guys in that P14, 15, 16, 17 spot because they're going to be on quicker tyres. So. Yeah, that could be a bit of a problem. Madpoo, what a debut in the Ferrari tonight as a full-time driver in P3, and the safety car is coming in. But yeah, great result for him so far, Dino.
Yeah, it could be massive points for him, and big show and big way to make a name for yourself off the first race. It's fun to also what a return from him, P2 currently. Having a bit of a break and then obviously coming back and being sick as well. We'll see what he can do here on the restart. It was Rock really bunching him up. When does he go? He hasn't gone yet. Jeez. It's almost bloody going to go over the line. And he goes right before the line. And that's caught a lot of people napping. All sorts of issues at the back. There's a Red Bull trying to make a move done early, but that's helped Iraq. He's got 4/10 gap over Thunder holding his line of Madpoo. Milano making a move on David up into turn 1, but other than that, SJ a clean restart.
Yeah, no, pretty good there. A little bit of drama. He obviously kept that very, very slow on the restart, trying to catch a few people out. Thunderballs is still in there in that P2 position. Madpoo and P3, Fishlips and P4. Great spots for the two McLarens and P2 and P4 at the moment. Great points for them. Also the Red Bulls and P7 and P10.
Oh, Thunder! Thunder went really wide there and he's held it, but geez, that was a bit of a brown patch. And Fishlips gets the move done on Matthew, but
Lovely
geez,
move. Lovely move there.
Thunder would have been absolutely screaming there. He went really, really wide for that fast right ender there.
Yeah.
Sorry, he just had to.
I don't think he's got the pace. I think he may have to really start thinking if Fishlips can go for it here. Because it's 1.2 to a Rack Lobster, and we're on that 15 out of 27 at the moment. We've got drama going on. Here's Drew Zeller's round. Lord Blitz is out, and we've got another safety car.
Oh,
What's
geez, there's a
happened
big
there?
incident there. I don't know what's happened there, but Drew somehow has lost his wheel. Sorry, not Drew. Lord's lost his wheel, and that's huge. And surely another
Mediums.
safety
Gotta
car.
be
We've had
mediums.
Three safety,
Gotta be
three
mediums.
safety cars in the space of 10 minutes.
No. Rack doesn't go in. Thunder doesn't go in. Fish doesn't go in. Madpoo doesn't go in. No one's going to go in. This is your time, Faded. In you go. Yep,
Yeah,
he's
Fady
in.
goes in.
There you go. China. Massive opportunity him. He's going to make up a spot. He's on fresh mediums. No one else deciding to go in, so everyone else happy with those hards. I'm going to be back in a sec. Just want to get a bit more H2O.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I think China is one to watch here. I mean, these safety cars, there's one way helping him, but in another way hurting him. He's running out of time to get the moves done. He needs all the laps he can get to make these moves work. But yeah, this is going to allow Faded, obviously, to pit. I'd bought a pit, Drew to pit. Drew, really, really, unfortunately, his race is not going the way he was hoping. Been involved in 2 incidents now. I'm not sure what happened there with Lord, but both of those incidents previous were out of his control. It's very unfortunate. To go up to the top, we'll have a look at McLaren though. P2, P3. This could be huge for them if they can secure this. Bit of work to do, obviously, with Iraq. Iraq leading the way. Still in this safety car, he'll have another chance to bunch everyone back up. And my prediction is these guys on these medium tires are going to be absolutely rapid. And be like shooting fish in a barrel. They'll be trying to pass everyone in the first lap. They only, by the time the safety car goes green, they'll probably have about 10 laps remaining. So running out of time. China is the most one that I'm going to be watching for sure. The most pace out of these guys. You can possibly get as far up, I'd say, as around the P5 mark, P6, if he's lucky, if he really nails down with his quality pace and his race pace earlier in the session, Q1 especially, he is looking like a favourite to probably score some big points tonight. As far as the win goes, I mean, you can put that. Jeez, a rock! Very close to the safety car up the front. And McLaren 2-3, Kaio looking very strong. Very solid race from him. Honda returning from his holiday. And Fishlips reserving. No, sorry, he's been signed full time, but doing a very, very good job tonight. They could secure this P2, P3, or even a P1. They'd be absolutely stoked with that, I'm sure. Don't forget, guys, if you want us to ride on board with anyone on this safety car, let us know. Chuck a onboard request on. Probably come in this lap, I'd say. Car and Red Bull, the only 2 teams that have both their drivers in the top 10. Stoked with that. And Paulie and David will be able to work together and maybe get a little bit further up, as the same as Thunder and Fishlips secure this podium.
Right, I'm back.
God, there you are. You scared me. But yes, it's just saying that Thunder and Fishlets might be able to work together here to get a rock.
Oh yeah, obviously 10 laps to go now. These guys are obviously, 10 laps. They can do 10 laps on these hards. That'll take them to 20. Massive opportunity here. China on those full lap mediums. He's going to struggle. It's gonna be difficult for him to get into there unless there's mistakes. But yeah, the two McLarens in a great position here. I'm sure they're being engineered very, very well. And they just need to if they want to cement these positions 2 and 3, there's still a good finish. But if they want to go for the move, we've seen the Red Lobster get late penalties. So this is going to be the question. And Dino, I'll let you take it away for the safety car restart. And I'm sure. No, he's going to go.
Oh, he's gone early.
He's gone a lot quicker this time than last time. So yeah, over to you.
Yeah, a lot earlier, and that's got a few of these guys napping, which is probably what he had to do with how late he went last time. But both McLarens just hanging in there, moving a little bit further down. Everyone else holding their position. I'm just trying to see on China's perspective, see how many positions he can make up on that fast tyre. He's really applying some pressure on the back of David. But other than that, a clean restart. And it's important for these guys on the hard tyres up ahead to note that the mediums are coming. If China can get through here, he is going to be a serious problem for them. And David is not letting him. But if China can't get through within these opening 2 laps, don't think he's going to be able to do much more than that.
Yeah, as we can see already that Thunderballs is 7.5 tenths behind Iraq Lobster. Iraq Lobster on 90% ERS, Fish Lips on 89. Keep an eye out. What do they do? If you're a McLaren TP engineer, what would you do? Would you let Thunderballs give it a couple of laps, have a crack at him, and then make the switch as Madpoo loses out there to Sick Party, and that's going to bring in Filthy Orange, who's in a great spot. We were talking to him earlier on in qualifying, and what a position he's in. He's up in the P6, cemented right in the middle of 2 Ferraris of Madpoo out in front in P5 and Woofer in P7. Great job there. Going back over to the McLarens, what would you do? Would you let Thunder have a go at him within a couple of laps? And then let Fish Lips give a go? What would you do? Because they don't want to mess around here. They know that Iraq Lobster is quick. As China does get the move done on Thunderkiller up into P10, and he's now got Paul and Hell next. But look at David. David is going to go for the move. No, stays in within formation behind Thunderkiller at the moment. Going back over to the question though, what do you do regarding the two McLarens?
I think Thunder has to go for the move here. I mean, geez, yeah. Looking at a win here, but I mean they're in a privileged position. Iraq doesn't have his teammate anywhere near him, so this is a prime position for McLaren. What they need to do though is they need to break away from Sick Party first, because if Sick Party can get involved in this in this battle, it'll all of a sudden flip on McLaren's head. So they just need to be careful here. Sick Party's not just going to let them battle it away without nothing. He's still in their DRS as well. And don't forget, pretty much everyone else is still too. Down to P6, they're all in that DRS still. So McLaren just need to be wary of that. Big mistake there from... What's happened there? I think Thunder actually made a bit of a mistake there. So they need to be careful here. Because Iraq's actually broken away a little bit here. That hurt McLaren there.
Yeah, definitely. As China gets up into P9 now, so he's got another job done there, and he is in with the DRS of these guys. But is the time running out? This is going to be 7 laps remaining at the moment. He's on 6 lap mediums, excuse me, and he's going to push as much as he can. 54% to Milano's 2%, and there you go. They've decided to make the move as Thunderballs loses out, goes into P3, Fish Lips into P2, Madpoo putting pressure on Sick Party. Now, that is what Thunderballs would want in P3, putting the pressure on Sick Party to let him off his tail, because he's right on his tail. The problem is, though, they've left it, and Iraq now is 1.5 in front. So, if they're not careful, they could lose a podium here if they're not careful. China up into P8. He's got the job done on Milano now. He is flying. He's 5.5 tenths behind Woofer. Woofer on 40. China on 86. He is flying on those mediums. Does he go for a move in the hairpin? We'll just jump on board with China. for a flying lap, and he's definitely pushing. He
Oh,
knows.
God.
Oh, Woofer's gone off wide. He's up in another spot. P7 now. Drew has red side pod damage. Drew's race has gone from bad to worse there, but we're on board with China. China getting the job done on Woofer as he made the mistake. 7 laps. China knows that he's got his teammate in front, so this will be an easy move. I reckon he'll move over for him, let him get a good slipstream, and then he'll move over. Let's have a look here. China up in the P7, or he'll overtake him through either 130R or down the DRS. Is China very, very close, but he's got a 2.7 gap to Madpoo. That could be a problem, Dido.
Yeah, it's I think he's. I don't want to be like that guy, but I think it's probably the maxed out position for China at this stage. Unless something happens in his front, he will be very quick still. But 3 seconds is quite big with no DRS. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. But I think this battle up the top is going to commence. I think McLaren have left it too. Like you said, too late. I think Iraq has timed that to perfection. 1.6. McLaren's priority now is to not lose out to Sick Party. Sick Party though is not looking like he wants to throw this podium away. He's got 2 orange dots ahead of him he needs to fight. And obviously Madpoo behind.
Yeah, keep an eye on the gap.
Iraq's lost 2 tenths just now to fish lips. 3 tenths now.
Yeah. I'm just going to look at the times to see who's the quicker car. He's only 2. Oh.
Jeez, fish lips is almost into DRS now. So
Yeah, he's getting a move on.
he needs to push. He's got 70% battery, so he needs to push. He needs to burn a bit more of that. He cannot take this for granted. I mean, there's still 6 laps left, but he needs to just be staying in that DRS of Iraq. Gone fastest in that middle sector. He's pushing.
He is pushing.
There he goes. He's on hot lap.
Yep.
He is not messing around. Thunder is just barely hanging on to his teammates' DRS now.
Yeah.
Jeez, Fish Lips so close to getting DRS, but not enough. Jeez.
He's really burning, but the thing is Iraq's got 65%. We've got yellows down there. Faded has gone round. Is there an incident there with another car? Let's have a look. No. Looks okay at the moment. Not the night for Faded or the Mercedes there down there in P16 and P14. Back up to the front. Madpoo up in front. Thunder's gone off. Thunder's down into P6. Oh, he's had a mistake there. I think he's hit the curb and he's had a spin. You can see the car is absolutely filthy. Fish Lips now. It's between Fish Lips and Iraq, and Sick Party's not far behind. China up into P5, 1.6. Really giving it a go here on those 9-lap mediums there. Can Thunderballs push it back, or is that car, those tyres toast? That's going to be the question. 15 laps. They are going to be old. They're going to be struggling, and he's got to be careful because otherwise he's going to lose P6 here to Filthy Orange, excuse me. Oh, indigestion. Sorry. And Fish Lips up into P2. 2.5 tenths. He has got the pace on Iraq, but here's Iraq playing with him because he's got 92% ERS. So this is interesting. As Fish Lips is going to go for it at 130. I know he doesn't. Stays with him behind. Needs to save some of that battery. And looks like he will overtake him with the DRS. But Iraq Lobster has got so much ERS. It's unbelievable. And he can just burn it down the main straight if he wants to. And go for the win. He moves over to the right. And then he can make one more maneuver. Fish Lips, is he going to go for the move? No, he doesn't. He stays behind him. He doesn't go for the move. He holds on, though. But they're going to go again. But Sick Party is just waiting in the wings. And now is Madpoo. China is not going to be that far behind them. And he is gaining on them so fast. Thunderballs is under pressure from Filthy Orange and Woofer now. And also Eyeball. Eyeball looks like he's ready to pounce and make a move on Woofer. This race has turned upside down and it's now turning into action-packed in the closing stages of this race. 23 laps out of 27, Dido.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Madpoo's looking like he could get a massive result here for Ferrari. Looking really good. Sick Party trying to pick up the scraps in front, but this is going to just come down to the last lap. I think these guys have made a mistake, though, in letting China get into this DRS. His tyres won't have the... they won't have the edge that they did at the start, but they'll still be the quicker tyre opposed to these guys ahead. So watch out for China. He is back in for a podium opportunity here.
Yeah, he is. He is indeed.
We'll move up front.
Doesn't go.
Oh, Iraq and Fish.
Fish has got the
gets the
job.
lead, but geez. That was very, very crazy for Iraq. He went around the outside and actually went onto the curb. And, yeah, these guys now, look at all the different colours of cars here. We've got 5 different constructors battling for a podium here. This is good. This is really good racing.
Yeah, it's great racing, but I'm surprised he's held on there. But with the DRS and Eidboard's got the job done on Woofer up in the P8, Filthy Orange P7 at the moment. Thunderbolt's 4 seconds. I don't know if he's got damage or there's tyres have gone, but he's falling back. We're saying rain's coming. I don't know when that's going to come, but yeah, those clouds are looking quite dark. That would be even more interesting to see. As we see Iraq Lobster down there in P2, he needs to be a bit careful. He is very known for getting late penalties. Fish Lips is in control of this race. What a race from him. And we will be bringing up Driver of the Day on the next lap. Lap 24 out of 27. He's made up 16 spots. And
oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to put you with Driver of the Day first. I don't want to be biased, but if we're going to give it to 2 drivers, it's got to be Fish Lips or Filthy Orange.
Yeah, first name I'll put is Fish Lips, and then obviously Big Filthy Orange would probably be a second one. I mean, China, though, is also a second name to chuck in the name too. He's had a massive performance coming back from that penalty and then chucking on the mediums, cutting through the field. I mean, he'd be another name to chuck in the mix.
All right, well, we're just about to put it up now. I'm just going to jump on board Iraq because Iraq looks like ready to make the move. So here we go.
He gets it done too, no problems. But also, China gets the job done on Mad Poo, so he's now into 4. And those tyres have really, really came into clutch for him. And this could be a massive opportunity for a podium here. Also for the likes of Sick Party and even Ferrari and Mad Poo. Don't cut them out. Start to wrap up this race now, but geez, Fish Lips trying to save some battery. He's got a lot of battery and some serious pace. He's got 100% battery. Rock Lobster, about the same, to be fair. So everyone pretty much just saving their battery. As we got yellows, what's happened there? Oh no, that's Eidboard. He's hit the wall.
Oh, nasty.
Off the name plate.
Back up to the front and back up to the front. Just putting the driver of the day in, ladies and gentlemen. So there are your 2 votes. You've got China and Fish Lips. So there you go. There's your driver of the day. I'm going to put mine in. Definitely that person gets it. He is. The amount of positions he's made is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, get your votes in at the moment. It's looking. Oh, Sick Party and Fish Lips are going at it. Oh, Sick Party goes too much. He spins. That's on him. I would say that's on him, but we'll have to wait and see. That will be looked up by the onboard steward. Lap 26 there. Lap 26. Casio Triangle. I can't spell. I'll let you take this one away and I'll take the last lap. Over to you, Dido.
Yeah, big mistake there for Sick. He's actually still managed to stay in DRS somehow if the guy's ahead, but that means that this battle at the top has just got spice here because China on mediums is somehow going to be able to pressure these top 2 in this last lap, but it's all about saving battery for this finale. As Mad Poo looking like he might want to get into this P3 early. The issue here is that he's probably forgotten this, so it's the last lap thing. He's burning a lot of battery on the second last lap. Everyone around him is almost on 100% Fish Lips. Really looking like he might want to get this job done early too. Iraq has been in this position many times though.
Yeah, these guys have got to be careful. These guys have got to be careful. Look at the conditions. It's looking a little bit overcasty there. We could see a little bit of drop of rain on the last couple of laps. Yeah. And China's going to be in great spot there on those mediums for that. The hards are really going to hurt. Fish Lips is going for it though. Sorry, I got a bit carried away.
Oh, what happened there? He actually had a big snap on the apex. He actually pulled out of the move. So there you go, SJ in the last lap.
Here we
It's
go.
going to be interesting.
Here we go, lap 27 out of 27. It's on the last lap. Fishlips is using as much of the track as he can. He's trying to go all the way. He doesn't have enough DRS. Doesn't have enough. He might have used all of it, so he has to go for a move now because Iraq has got 90%. 100%. China, it's all going off at the moment. We've also got, what is it? We've got Sick Party in the P5 position. Madpoo's got an opportunity on China. Fishlips is really trying to do everything he can. Iraq is running on 100% here. The track is going to be a bit slippery. It does look like it is. There's no rain I'm seeing at the moment. I'm just seeing an overcast here. Fishlips is... He may have not called this right. He has to go for everything in 130R. Well, he's even going to go for it now in the chicane. Doesn't get the move done. They're going to go around the outside. He goes around the outside. He gets the job done. He's out in front. But China is coming on the outside of Rack Lobster now into P2. And there's yellows at the back. Idle's gone round. Oh, he's going to spin right in front of the Mercedes. That's a bad re-entry.
China and Iraq.
They're going at it. They're really going at it. This is going to help Fishlips. Remember, lap 27, sector 2, unsafe re-entry there for Idle. Fishlips looks like he's going to win this Grand Prix, but look at China and Iraq. 130R. You've got Sick Party and you've got the Ferrari going at it. Who's going to go for the move? No one goes for the move. Fishlips stays out in P1. China into P2. Madpoo gets a penalty on the last lap. Fishlips goes to the final corner and wins the Japanese Grand Prix. China in P2 and Iraq Lobster in P3. Wow. Lap 27, unsafe rejoin. Idle sector. Dunlop section. Sector 2.
Interesting.
I love doing the last lap. I know I should give everyone else an opportunity to do it, but
No,
what
mate,
a race. What an end. That was epic.
Oh, Lord.
That was epic. Right.
And then I've probably got to dip real quick.
No, that's fine.
So,
That's fine. Appreciate you jumping in.
No worries, guys. Thanks, everyone, for jumping in. I'll let you kick it off with comms. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dino. Have a good week, and we'll see you on Wednesday night, which is tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you, mate.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, that's Dido. Dido has gone. He jumped in and jumped into the comms box tonight, but what an end to the race there. A lot of drama on that last lap. Few investigations going on as well. The game has voted of Fishlips. Have you voted him as the driver of the day? We've still got a little bit of time left at the moment, but there we go. That is in. So we'll wait for these guys to jump into the comms box very, very shortly. But what an end to the race. So there you go. China getting the fastest lap and P2, taking it away from Iraq Lobster in the end. Fishlips getting the job done and Thunderbolts making that mistake. And look at that, P17 to P1. What a night he had tonight, taking that win. Then China taking P2 and Iraq Lobster taking P3. Only one spot between, obviously, Thunderbolts and Iraq Lobster for that championship at the moment. Few penalties. Coops on Sticks finishing P11, mate. Well done on that, mate. Congratulations, good job done there. Milano finishing as well. No connection issues tonight. Not a good night for the Mercedes down there in P14 and P16. Bit of a struggle. So also with Idbor as well. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see what the onboards say, as there's a few messages coming into the chat. Fishlips getting yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens there. A little bit of drama on that last situation in Casio Triangle, which I'm sure will be looked at. We've got Fishlips into the comms box. We're just waiting on China and Datora as well. Jump in. Or hopefully him or Wonton. We'll jump in. Let's see if we can get Wonton in. All right. Okay. looks like we're not going to get them. So we're just waiting on the other guys. So we're just waiting on China. Hopefully he jumps in. Oh, wow. A lot of drama tonight in that race. Just looking to the comments. Just waiting on the guys. Feel free if anyone else wants to jump in the comms box tonight, let us know. And I'll give you an interview, but we'll just wait because we're just waiting on the other two guys to jump in. What a night, though. Obviously, quali was an interesting one. And also the race at the end there was an interesting one as well. And let's see, are we going to get Tutora jump in as well? Be good to hear what he's got to say on that last lap. And also talk about the ERS management there, because he didn't really burn any of the ERS, which was very interesting to see. So just want to see if he's going to jump on. Okay, it doesn't look like he is, which is a shame. It is a shame. But, okay, I'll just ask if anyone else wants to jump on. And if not, then we'll continue. Okay. All right. Looks like they're only going to have the two people on tonight. So I will jump off to this, get on to the cars, and then we'll talk to P2. P3. All right, Thunderballs is going to jump on. All right, we'll jump on board with Thunderballs in a second. Just going to jump on to showroom. Can I get one? Can you get what, mate? Can you get what? Sorry, I'm just hearing a few messages. Yes, jump on, mate. Jump on. Jump on. All right, we'll kick it off with the first. Oh yeah, we'll kick it off with Coops on Sticks, as he wants to have an interview with us for the first time. All right. Okay, here we go. Coops, obviously missed quali, and you've obviously told us the reasons why. That'll be under investigation. Doing pretty well in the race. And you finished in P11, mate, in the points. Give us a heads up on
in the points. Pace tonight, I mean, I had practice previous, for 2 weeks straight, I have practice on this track as, of course, I missed the other two races due to the same reason of what I had tonight. But, I had practice on this track, for 2 weeks straight. So, I mean, I knew my race pace was where I wanted it to be and everything to score those points. But it's just really unfortunate that I missed the quali tonight. Yeah,
but I would be pretty happy with your result, and I think your team should.
Definitely. I have not scored that high since Mercedes.
Yeah, and that's good. That brings them confidence going into next week. And next week's a big one. It's Silverstone, 100% race. How are you feeling?
Nervous. Because last time I did a 100% race, I was out lap 1.
Bit early. That's what I'm going to say. Because the pit stop is so long, so you don't you really work on strategy. So anyway, congratulations, mate. Massive props to you, mate, for P11. I think I'm just going to see if you are going to finish P11. Just hold fire a second and interview the other guys as well. But let me have a look quickly. Yep, there's no penalty going into that race, so you're all good, mate. That's it. You are finishing.
So what about that?
That'll be an investigation. That will be an investigation. So it might go into next week. So but we'll have to wait and see what the stewards will say. But no, mate, congratulations on the points. Massive props to you, mate. And we'll see you next week in Silverstone.
Thank you. See you next week.
Cheers, mate. Oh, don't you just love it when drivers are happy that they score points, especially when they've been struggling as well? So it's really, really good to see drivers wanting to talk to us and be over the moon, especially if they're not as quick as the guys at the top as well. So no, well done to Coops on Sticks. Massive props to him as well, and he does try every week. So all right, we'll jump on board with Thunderballs. Thunderballs, mate. I know you've been ill. It's good to be back, mate. It looked like a very good night. Qualifying was good. Race pace was good, and then you made a few mistakes, and then all of a sudden couldn't get back up. I think it was around about lap 18 or 19. Give us a bit of an insight of what how the race went for you tonight and what happened at the last hurdle.
Yeah, I was kind of struggling a little bit, to be honest. First race back, as you just said, I've been under the weather. Like, I'm on all kinds of medication at the moment. Losing feeling on my right arm as well, with a bit of nerve pain too. So first day back after holiday, and it was a rough night. Had a pretty good first lap. I think I gained like 3 positions after turn 1, which was really good. But yeah, like you said, it was like lap 17, 18. I just ran, I don't know, man, just put the pedal down too much after the first left in the S's, and carried a bit too much speed into the right and ran a bit wide, and then just got back on track and did the best I can. But really, the whole reason I came in here is just say how proud I am of Fish Lips, and he had an incredible drive tonight. Started off with a quali ban and took it all the way to first, and it's good to be back.
Yeah, we'll touch base on him in a second when we have a chat with him. But yeah, no, a great night. Obviously, we see what's going on at the moment between the top 4, between obviously yourself, Iraq, Edge, and also China. Now looks like to be up there, and also Sick Party that's had some very, very good weeks. And do you because we were looking at the situation of you got very, very close to a Red Lobster, and then looking to ready to make the move, and we were thinking, oh, when are you going to make it? But you were coming out of Spoon, and you lost it a little bit, and then Fish Lips got quite close to you, and we thought, these two aren't going to go side by side in 130R. So we thought, oh, we might let them through.
No.
But we see that your teammate had some serious pace, but the Aston Martin wasn't burning any ERS. So that was the worry, and I don't know if you were being told that. You know, we're on the last lap, and from I don't know if you probably don't see because you're MP5, but
No, I'm driving, mate.
we were going on the last lap down the main straight. Fish Lips ran out of ERS. He ran out of battery, and Iraq was still sitting on 95%. So it was looking like it was going to be, you know, balls to the wire on the final lap. And I think in the end, you just wanted to cement that P5 position, which you only lost 1 spot to Iraq Lobster. So it's not a massive dent, but you're probably a little bit frustrated because you knew that you had the pace to put it on the top 3.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is. I was actually really surprised to see that I caught back up to the lead pack on the last lap. So I don't know what was going on there. But yeah, you mentioned me getting a little bit loose out of Spoon. Yeah, Fish and I were talking at that moment, and he's all like, if you want to let me go by, I'll have a go at Iraq. And I was all like, yeah. Obviously, we're not going to do it through 130R. I was already, by the time we had this conversation, yeah, nah. We by the time we had this conversation, like, it happens in a split second, but I'm already in overtake mode burning to try and maintain position. So I was like, now's not the time, which is why you saw me pull over on the front straight, to let him by and then slot in behind him, in between him and Sick Party, to let him have a go at Iraq, and paid off greatly. That was that's what McLaren should have done in the real F1. That's all I'm saying. Anyways.
Yeah, it is. It's yeah, we're still talking about Imola, unfortunately. This battle is becoming quite intense now. You've got 2 drivers that behind. I know you've taken the 2 weeks off, and good to have you back. Edge isn't doing the same, so he's still sitting in that P2 spot at the moment. You're in P3 pending penalties and stuff. You're 13 points behind Edge, 37 points behind Turo with 4 races to go, but you've got Sick Party and China not far behind. So, is this going to be a bit of a pressure cooker going into the final stages of the season?
Oh, I definitely think it adds to things. I mean, all year long, you've been pushing for this 3-horse race, and we turned you down every single moment, and that's why. Like, you've seen it, and I said this a while ago. I think after Coda, so many drivers have improved since the beginning of the season, and the playing field's kind of leveling out, which is really good to see. And you don't know who's going to take home the top step on the podium, and I think that makes for great racing. I think most of the incidents today were P8 or behind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know. I mean, there were a lot of safety cars. I don't know what went down, but my take on it was the backfield. It was having the issues, so
driver error.
It's definitely a separation.
Yeah.
And you can see who's putting in work and who's improving weekly, and it's really good to see.
No, definitely. And obviously over to Silverstone next week. How are you feeling around that one? It's an enduro, 100%. First time ever in doing it in on Rush Racing history. I don't know how many laps Silverstone is on 100%. If someone can give me
72?
Woo!
It's your home race. It's your home race.
It's my home track, but I don't know what 100%. I don't do 100%.
Your home track.
I'll find out. I'll find out in a second. Hang on. Hang on. I'll just find out now. Hang on. I'm going to do it
it's
while we're
72,
live.
mate.
I'm going to do it.
Pretty sure it's 72. But yeah, like I'm looking forward to it. I like the 100%ers. But yeah, looking heaps forward to it, and should be good.
All right, well, ladies and
But
gentlemen.
I'm dying, so I'm out.
No, that's fine. Look forward to seeing what you can do in Silverstone. I'm actually doing it on live now, so everyone can see that I'm creating a lobby. Do not join, please. I am creating a lobby because I want to know how many laps Silverstone is. So, guys, just be very, very patient with me. I want to see if Thunderballs is
It's
right.
72.
I know. I want to just see if you're right. Hang on.
Well, you just can't Google it.
No, I don't want to Google it. I want to see.
Are you serious?
I know. I'm doing it now. 52. You're miles off. Get your facts right.
Oh, mate. You got the 2 right. All right.
There you
Enjoy
go.
it.
You're 20 short. Go and take some medication. Okay.
Yep, definitely.
Right. Thank you very much, Thunderballs. Appreciate you jumping in. All right. Well, we'll go over to P2. 20 laps over, mate. Yeah. Thank you very much. Coops on Sticks. Love your enthusiasm. All right, China. What a night for you, mate. It looked like it was curtains, mate, with a 10-second time penalty, but you managed to get onto those mediums and go off to rocking like a rocket. We were thinking it was going to be a little bit hesitant of getting past the traffic because that's what we've seen this week. We've seen cars go in, deciding to make a pit stop and serving a penalty or getting on better tyres and struggling to get through the traffic. So give us a bit of a heads up on how you did it tonight, and yeah, how do you think that your race went overall?
Yeah, so stuffed myself on the pit entry there, and probably got about 2 kilometers over the speed limit, but 2 kilometers is 2 kilometers. So went back to the back of the pack there, and look, from there it was just about trying to pick up spots without sort of pushing the car too hard, because then obviously I had to try and make the tires last as well. But there was a few passing opportunities along the way. Made a fair few good moves, and maybe 1 or 2 that'll be looked at. But I think overall it felt pretty tidy. So just a nice long slog back up to the top. I thought I had a look in there with Fish Lips and Lobster in a battle, but yeah, Fish Lips held onto it, and that's a cracker run from the back.
Yeah, I obviously spoke to him in quali and spoke to him about obviously last night. Had a bit of an advantage driving in Division 5, but from your point of view, that's 2 podiums in 2 weeks, and we've been talking all week, and all season about is it a 3-way battle between Datora and Edge and Thunderballs, and you're knocking on the door, mate. 21 points behind Thunderballs, 199 points, 2 podiums in 2 weeks. You took pole in quali, which no one thought that you would. It was about 3 or 4 other different people. So you've definitely got the pace. Silverstone next week, different sort of track, a lot of places to overtake. Maggots and Bickets, Stowe, Cops, everywhere. Big tracks, track names, a massive track, 52 laps around Silverstone. How are you feeling for that?
I'll be getting stuck into practice this week for sure, just to get my handle on the 52 laps. But look, not a bad track for me. I quite like it actually. Lots of overtaking opportunities. So if I find myself in trouble like I did today, it might not be so difficult to catch back up. But it also means that people can overtake me quite easily. So yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of chopping and changing, and we're all going to be keeping an eye on our mirrors for Silverstone. It's going to be a fun track.
Couple more questions before I let you go. Obviously, we had a driver's briefing tonight. Do you think it worked? Do you think people were patient? How did you see it from your point of view? Because you're on the quicker tyre, you're at the back, you need to get through. How do you think it went for you? Was it due to
For me,
from other
I think I
drivers?
had one maybe sketchy moment there with a little push to get past a couple of cars. But other than that, to be honest, it really did look like everyone was trying to give each other a bit of space. It sort of it looked a lot tidier than it could have been. That's for sure, especially on this track and going off the racing line being so sketchy. I think we did well.
Okay, well that's good. And obviously, that Season 9 sign-ups are open, so hopefully we're going to get to see you for F1 25 and back here next season. The other question I'm going to ask you as well, are Kick knocking on the door for that P2 spot in the overalls at the moment? It's looking, you've got your TP and in Whiff and his teammate Bolzer in Division 3, which have been, pretty consecutive the last few weeks. Keithy done pretty well last week in Imola. Obviously yourself, Two Doors doing very, very well in Division 5. Across the board, do you believe that Kit can take that P2 away from McLaren?
Yeah, mate. Look, Fish Lips and McLaren might have taken us out tonight, but I think, I think when we look at the overalls at the end of the season, we'll be holding up that P2 pretty proudly.
Ooh, so
I think we're on for a strong finish.
So you're saying, okay, all right. Well, Two Door, your teammate, is saying that you're going to take P1 away from Merck.
Mate, that's the next one down. I'm focused on what's in front of us, but Two Doors got a bit more long term vision there. So, mate, I'll let him speak that one up, and I'll take care of P2.
So you do believe that Kick are gonna take McLaren in that overalls at the end of the season?
Yeah, I think we've got a lot of momentum behind us, and like you're just saying, across multiple divisions there, we are sort of stacking up some good points towards the end of the season here. I don't know how the other drivers in Kick find the remaining tracks in season, but I quite enjoy them. I was sort of looking forward to this tail end of the season here all throughout. So yeah, I'm banking on a strong finish.
Big statement, China. Big statement there, mate. I will.
It's on.
It's going to be an interesting one to hear, mate. Congratulations, well done on the P2. Fantastic drive. Unfortunately, didn't get drive of the day. It was between you and Fish Lips, but no, a massive drive, mate. Well done, and look forward to seeing what you can do next week in Silverstone.
Thanks, mate, and well done, Fish Lips, mate. Awesome drive.
Thank you very much. Right, okay, let's go over to our winner of the night. Fish Lips, good evening, my friend. What a night. You've had 2 bites at the cherry. One didn't work. The other one, you ate it, and you got P1. What a night for you. How did you feel?
Thanks, mate. Yeah, pretty excited. First win for Rush, so yeah, pretty pumped. It's awesome.
Let's have a look. I'm just going to quickly look at some stats because, oh my days. Yes, it is. It's another different winner. Oh my God. So we now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 different winners. Wow. You have just matched Division
Unreal,
3.
isn't it?
It isn't. It's unreal. It's that just 9 Thunderbolts. 9, mate. not 7, 9. Give us a little bit of an insight on tonight. Obviously, qualifying and then the race.
Obviously, I just sat and watched for an hour in qualifying. That was exciting.
I know.
And then come to the race, and just tried to keep it clean for the start. I think I made up 9 positions in the first quarter of a lap because people were just all over the shop through those S's. I pretty much just stuck to the middle of the road and held my fingers crossed that I didn't get taken out. And then just pushed on and pitted early. That was the plan from the start, was to pit early and go for the undercut. And just happened that the safety car happened and got me back up. I think I was in P8 after the first safety car, and then just kicked along and was showing good pace at the end there. And Thunder was kind enough to let me through, and a couple of moves at the end there that'll probably get looked at, but you got to have a go, don't you?
You do indeed. You do indeed. We are going to touch base on the incident with Sick Party. And it's been 2 weeks in a row now that you've got into a bit of an incident with the Williams. Can you give us a bit of an insight what happened in the Casio Triangle?
Mate, to be honest, he was miles back and he just went for a big dive down the outside and just turned into the side of me. I wasn't expecting it at all. And yeah, he was turning into me way before the braking zone was even finished. And yeah, just for mine, he cost himself a podium. And yeah, I don't know why he does it, but it is what it is, mate. He was never making a pass there at all, ever. He was miles back.
Okay, all right. Well, obviously, we'll see what happens. It wasn't on board; it was caught, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But
it was just a full send down the outside, mate. That's all it was.
It did look like he hit the back and then did spin, but I'm not going to jump any conclusions. You know, I'm not going to anyone say I'm biased. I'm not. I'm across the board. Don't kill us like saying you tell him fish. But what a night though! A great night. Was there a little bit of communication between you and Thunderballs about making the change? Him going to have a bit of a go with a wreck lobster, and then you take a turn, or was there a bit of communication going on there?
Probably me being a little aggressive. I just said, mate, I'm holding back here. Can I have a crack? And he was kind enough to let me go.
Okay, all right. Because we did see, we spoke to Thunderballs tonight. We know he's not very well, and I think we found out the other night as well. Cooper Bott as well that wasn't very well, and you know it was the first time we saw Cooper Bott actually out of Q3 for the first time. So there's been a few difference in people's races in the next couple of weeks. But obviously, Thunderballs did do very, very well, and we did see him make a few mistakes. And that's why we were thinking about, you know, you two could have come side by side into 130R, which wouldn't have been, you know, something that you really want to see between two teammates. But did you believe that you had more pace on your teammate tonight? Because it definitely did look like it in some areas, especially you coming through the Casio Triangle. I don't know if you want to come through any quicker, but you were really getting a move on in those last couple of laps with trying to catch up to a rack lobster when you were especially out of the DRS of him.
Yeah, definitely. I felt like I had the pace, and you know, like I said, I did mention it to Thunder that I was holding back, and I felt like I could catch Iraq and pass him. I was a lot quicker through that first sector than both of them, and like I was pretty much half throttle the whole way through there. They were just holding me up. I think that's how everyone caught up from behind.
Well, absolutely fantastic night ahead, and obviously we'll have to wait and see what happens with the onboards. But you are the 9th different winner of this season. Just looking at the standings as well, you're knocking on the door as well. Probably not for the championship, but for a very, very good finish. You're up there in P7. You've gained another spot, overtaken J-Man. Unfortunately, he's not had the best of 3 weeks. 14 points behind David, and 114 away from the leader. What's your aim for the rest of the season?
So coming over to McLaren after the silly season, I wanted to get a win for McLaren and finish in the top 5. That was sort of my aim, and then help Thunder win the constructors for Div 6.
Okay.
The DNF last week didn't help me at all, and that was my own stupid fault. Got on a curb and spun it. But we'll push on, see how we go.
Do you feel yesterday's race? Obviously, you did better than me from yesterday. We won't talk about me.
Yeah, you didn't get too much. Right?
No, I didn't. But it is what it is. Do you believe that gave you a big advantage going in tonight? Do you believe that you knew that you had the pace and you had a massive opportunity of putting it on the podium or even winning the race?
Yeah, for sure. Like I know Sick Party's rapid, and he was there last night, and I was able to keep up with him last night. So I was just hoping for a couple of safety cars to put me up the front and get me close enough to that DRS for the end. And I knew if I was there, I had a shot. And China getting the 10 seconds in the pit probably handed the win over because he was absolutely flying out in front.
Yeah, and he actually managed to put it into P3 in the end. Which
unreal. Yeah.
Or was it? Yeah, P2, I think it was.
P2.
P2, yeah. Sorry, P2. And actually got the job done on an Iraq Lobster. And there's another thing I want to talk about. On that last lap, we see that you try and go for the DRS down the main straight, but you run out of battery and you couldn't get the move done.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Poor management. Yeah.
Because the question was...
Bit of
because Iraq Lobster had 96% battery.
Yeah, right.
And we were just trying.
Not sure what he was doing.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know if he forgot to not turn it on, or what was he doing.
Yeah, right.
It just seemed a bit confusing because he had so much battery, and you were burning everything to catch up in the last couple of laps before, obviously the final lap, and then you were coming down the main straight, and he had about 85%, and you were on 5%, and you couldn't make the overtake because you didn't have any more speed, you didn't have any more battery. So we were thinking, all he's going to do now is harvest going into sector 1 and then try and make the move in 130R, which you did. You got the job done. And I don't know. I don't know if he was being a bit reluctant to push, or because we've seen Iraq Lobster in the last few weeks and most of the races this season make mistakes on that final hurdle. You know, get those 3 seconds and ends up losing the lead. Was that a little bit at the back of your head a little bit?
Not necessarily. I just knew he was slow through that first sector. I don't know whether he was struggling with tyres or what, but he was holding me up. Something vicious. And that the last lap through that first sector, he hit every curb you weren't supposed to hit. He was half spinning, and then he got on the curb out of that fast right-hander before the hairpin.
Yeah.
And slipped sideways, and I knew that was my shot. And I had enough ERS to get down the outside and make it happen.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, you are in an onboard ticket. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. We've got Silverstone next week. It is an enduro. How are you feeling around Silverstone?
I can't really tell. You haven't done enough laps there, to be honest. I know Marzy's a whiz there, so he'll work his magic on me again, hopefully, and get me up to speed.
Okay, well, that's all good to say, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. But no, absolutely fantastic night. You did get driver of the day as well. Massive race for you from the back. And sometimes it's good to get those quality bands. You probably say now. You'll probably say, I wouldn't mind getting another one.
I don't know about that. It's hard work.
It makes you want to push.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Takes all the pressure off too. There's no expectation. You're at the back. It is what it is, and you just send it.
Well, fantastic night, mate. Well done, and look forward to seeing what you can do next week in Silverstone. And as I am reminding all the drivers, Season 9 sign-ups are open. So get amongst it, get involved, get ready, and hopefully we'll see you next season. But we will definitely see you next week in Silverstone. Congratulations on the win.
Awesome. I'll just like to take the time to thank you boys at McLaren for bringing me over and helping me become a lot quicker as a sim racer, and it's great. And RZ, Panic, Thunder, you all putting the time in to get me up there.
No, mate.
Cheers, boys.
Pleasure's all mine, mate. Great to have you on board. And like we say, every team is different. Every team. We're not having a go at anyone. We're saying every team works in different ways. And you know, when you were at Ferrari, you're obviously a big prospect there. And you know, people make different maneuvers. Some people it doesn't suit what they're after, so they make the change. And you know, you've put the work in. You're a great asset to the team, and obviously you're putting results out on the table as well for the team as well, and enjoying your racing, which is good. That's the main thing.
Awesome. Thanks, mate.
All right, no problem. Cheers, mate.
Talk to you, mate. Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Division 6 done and dusted. Thank you ever so much for everyone tuning in tonight. Thank you very much to all the followers. Andres91, Spinner Giggles Gold, Martin Massalino, Tudor for the resub. Thank you very much, mate. 6 months, really appreciate that. F1 Speed as well. Also, big up to our sponsors, our main sponsor, AI369. Feel free to check them out in the comments. www.ai369.co.uk. Feel free to jump on board our rest of our sponsors as well. Pagnian, also SimLab and Speed Nation. Feel free if you're needing any gear going into F125, then feel free to use the code RUSH24. Yeah, that is basically it. And then also check us out on all of our socials. Our main one is our Discord and also our Twitch. But please get amongst our YouTube as well. We're trying to push all of our followers from Twitch onto YouTube, as that's where all of our highlights and VODs are going to be staying. And also our other socials as well: TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and also Discord and Twitch as well. And like I did say, Season 9 signups are available now. They are out. Get amongst the Discord. I will be sending a message out, an announcement on Friday or Friday night, talking about Season 9 signups and going into what's going to be coming up in the next few weeks as we do. We're nearly coming to the end of Division 1. They've got 2 races to go. And these guys have got 4 races to go as well. So still a long way to go. And they've also got the mystery round from Division 2 to Division 6 as well, still to be announced. And that will be announced by Wheel on stream. So get ready for that. That's going to be a good night. But no, what a night in Japan. A massive improvement from Division 6 from last week in Brazil. There will be no briefing next week, so the guys have done a good job tonight. There'll be a few things that we've got to talk about, but no, great job. Congratulations to the podium winners tonight. Fishlip's taking the win. China, massive race from him, taking that P2, and also Iraq Lobster taking that P3. If you haven't heard, it's getting very close at the top. Totoro taking the lead at the moment, 274 points. Edge being away on holiday at the moment. That lead is really starting to evaporate down. He's still in P2 with 246. Thunderballs with 237. China and Sick Party, 199 and 191. So there's 8 points between them two. So are we going to have a 5-way battle? We'll have to wait and see. Still lot of races still to go. Thank you very much for tuning in. As always, we'll be back tomorrow, and I will be back in the comments box as always for Division 3, the last race of the week at the Japanese Grand Prix. Then we'll be heading over to the reserve program. Please, if you are a reserve driver, get checked in, get involved, because last week was cancelled due to attendance, which is a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. So yeah, get amongst it. It will be at Japan as well, and it gives you an opportunity to practice as well going in to next week's race, which will be at Silverstone. And I will leave you a quote, as I always do before I go. That is the 9th winner of Division 6. Fishlips knocks out the park for McLaren, but Kick are knocking on the door. We'll see you next week. Good night.